right. I believe we should be live as always, first on Twitch. And shortly, hopefully, on YouTube as well. Yeah, looks like we are live on YouTube. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Let me just log into my various devices. And if you're watching this after the fact, please feel free, of course, to fast forward, as always. Oh, damn, the chat is already bopping. Hey, Cat. Doc, hello, hello. Good to see you. Pizza. Oh, Cat, you sent me a message? I didn't see. Where, on Discord? I'm sorry, I haven't been on Discord in a bit. Super Jan, hello. Hanzo, hello. Oh, no. Sorry I missed your message. I thought I replied. In any event, I'll take a look. Oh, you're talking to Doc. Okay. Big narcissist over here. I thought you were talking to me. In any event, Mr. Yo played a whole bunch of games in the last couple of days. I figured, you know what, I'm not going to get around to casting all of them in my daily videos. So why the hell not just throw them all into a big old clump? We all love Mr. Yo. Fantastic player. Always fun to watch. Doc, I'm Canadian. I was pretty much came into this world. Sorry. So let's just hit the ball. We're going to be doing a bunch of 1v1s. And it's going to be, I think the thumbnail mentioned, Hera, the Viper, Capoch, Sora, Kuma, all trying to take on Mr. Yo. So kind of like a themed evening, except the theme is Mr. Yo. And by the way, I've installed a whole bunch of animations that I'm hoping are going to work on Twitch. I've established I think Twitch has, what are they called? Like little coins or points as you watch, you can redeem them. And so if you're on Twitch, definitely check that out. I tried to make them as fun and ridiculous as I possibly could. And yeah, we'll get the ball rolling. Hey, dang bang. First time catching you live. Enjoy watching you cast on YouTube. Watching a lot of my videos. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining us live. Hopefully, oh, there you go. Super Jan went first. I think there's only one of those per stream. Oh, I'm glad to see the animation worked. Awesome. Big time streamer. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Streaming is a completely different animal than casting games and doing the regular daily videos. This is a completely different beast. So let's take a look. We've got Mr. Yo playing as the Bohemians. Good old gunpowder civilization taking on a good old cavalry civilization. First game is with the Viper, by the way. And so let's take a look. Both players, 10 villagers a pop. See where the players have spawned. Let's first of all, I've started looking more and more at the attack paths between the players lately in my videos. Yeah, Doc, you better get your butt to Twitch. You don't stream, prefer being able to edit and post processing. Yeah, Cat, exactly. It's the same with me. Like for the longest time, it was basically, you know, streaming again. It's just a completely different project altogether. Attack path here seems to be pretty much in favor of Mr. Yo, since he's got two forests in the forward position here. But his stone is very exposed here between them. Ugh, does he have a stone to the back? Okay, at least he has a bit of stone to the rear. As he explored that part of the map, he's seen additional stone. Gold to the side, nice and secure for him. The Viper's base also has a forest in the forward position. The rest is pretty darn open. His primary gold very exposed. Now, luckily for him, Bohemians, not exactly the fastest moving of civilizations. They have to have an upgrade just to make their units move a little bit faster. The most powerful civs in Arena face off against each other in Arabia. Sergeant FKCT, hello, hello. Dang bang, not yet, I don't. I will be starting now that I'm getting more into streaming. Issue has a butt ton of content you can make for it. Oh, of course, yeah, no, this is like the game that keeps on giving. Ivan Melnick, thanks for commenting and joining the live stream. Appreciate it. So what do we think in this matchup of Griffin versus Eagle? I'm assuming that's a Griffin on the Bohemian coat of arms, right? You can't really zoom into it. It's either a lion or a griffin of some kind, or some kind of mythical beast. The sequel to The Sins of a Solar Empire I was playing last time I saw you, Duck, yesterday. Oh, Catherine, you finally managed to play it? That's awesome. I remember last stream you wanted to play it, but then it didn't come out yet. For now, both players, 18, 19 villagers a pop, are heading up to the next stage. It looks like the Viper off of one fewer villager will hit it first. Full work is already out. It's nice, shiny aura up for all of us to see. Oh, Sergey, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm so sorry. Again, my toddler is going through a regression of sleep all week this week. Last Wednesday, or when did I stream last? On Tuesday night. Man, I was up since 5, and the same thing today. So, Sergey, I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Hanzo, you think it's a lion? Okay, fair enough. First kill of the game goes to Scout, or yeah, obviously a Scout who, oh my goodness, escapes with 3 whole HP. You spent all day playing it? Awesome. I miss those days where I could just hang out and play video games. I was late to video games outside of computer games. Like, I got my first PlayStation in 2000 and... when did I start working for the OSC? 2009. I got a PS2. At the ripe old age of, would that make me? 27. That's when I first started playing. In my first game, Resident Evil and God of War. And there were entire days where I just told my boss, oh, I can't come in today. I'm very, very sick. And then I would just order pizza and Domino's and play God of War. Okay, finally does even up the Scout kill count. Lee, how are you doing? I am doing better. That, by the way, was not meant to be a story about how I faked being ill this week, not the live stream. I have just been, it's been a rough week. 5 a.m. wake ups for somebody who's a night owl like me is quite a shift of lifestyle. It's just been wreaking havoc on me. I'm not exactly the healthiest person to begin with. So in any event, I think I'm okay. Ready for a Friday night stream. I tried to find some Rage Forest games. Not many people playing Rage Forest lately, now that the tournament's over, which is kind of a shame. It's such a fun game. Such a fun map. Well, Sergey, I'm glad you could join us. The Ghoul. Missed you too. Missed all of you. When I load up the live stream, it's always so much fun. And I think last time we did almost like, or maybe we did more than 4 hours on Tuesday night. And I thought it was like 2 hours. And then somebody in the chat was like, hey, we're approaching 4 hours. And I'm like, no way, we're not approaching 4 hours. Dang bang, when did I get into Age of Empires 2? I got into Age of Empires 2 in 1999. First I got into AoE 1 when I was 15, and it came out I think in 97. And then I got addicted to RTS. And then, you know, went the usual Warcraft, Starcraft, Civ 2. But eventually found my way to AoE 2 when it first came out. got addicted to it, played MSN Zone basically night and day. Yeah, Cat, it was a lot of fun last stream. Plus, there was like a lot of Twitch viewers as well, which was pretty cool. Ooh, Jen, what's for dinner? Milan, how is my detonets doing? Gonna make some cold sesame soba noodles for dinner. That sounds pretty damn good. The Polish winged hussars will cause a problem for the Bohemians. Yeah, they can close in with the Lakitic legacy trample damage. I hope we get to see. Hanzo, you're like me. You imagine and assume that the game's gonna go into late stages, which is awesome. I hope it doesn't end in like 5 seconds. Lee with the Nick Cage lemon bush. Sorry, I think my chat froze. Chickpea curry. I can't say I've had chickpea curry. Does anyone know why Hera chose the handle of a Greek goddess? Ramon, no one answered you. I saw you posted that message on my on one of my videos. You think the game's gonna last for a while? I certainly hope so. New York strip steak, cooked medium rare. Damn. Lee, what did you get at Domino's? And now you're going soba noodles? It's from what is it, west to east? Pizza to the soba noodles? No pineapple. Yeah, two things divide the Cast of Empires community, like the Martin Luther schism in medieval England. There's pineapple on pizza and whether or not vanilla Coke is a thing. Sergey with the facts. Off of Hera's wiki, he chose the nickname Hera, see Hera on Wikipedia, because he liked the name and it sounded good. And it was a mythological figure. Okay. What do I think the hardest part of Age of Empires 2 is? Ooh, the micro. Actually, no, the balancing of everything. I don't think there's anything that's really uniquely difficult. It's all difficult. And then having to do it all at the same time. I think from what I've seen, low to mid elo players tend to tunnel vision on their bases, whereas the high elo players are very good at shifting screens from their base to the army, back to the base, back to the army. They're good at looking at their resources and saying, hey, I need food quicker to go up to Castle or Imperial, and then rebalancing their economy. Just juggling everything at once is not an easy thing. The Winged Hussar is one of the most beautiful units in the entire game. Not gonna lie. A no pineapple emoji. Doc, you know what? When I was setting up membership badges in, you see how Catherine has a single slice of pizza? As a new member, man oh man, did I struggle between pizza slices that are pure pepperoni, which is what I settled on, and then pepperoni with pineapple on it. I'm not exaggerating that it literally took me 2 hours to decide which one. And in the end, I was about to flip a coin, but as I was going to flip the coin, I thought, I hope it lands on just pepperoni. And then I was like, okay, fine. That basically tells you what you need to know. Catherine, the first oldest member of our Cast of Empires community. And a Cavalier to boot. Doc, that's true. All right, for now, the Viper, who, by the way, has been incredibly aggressive in a lot of his games lately. I don't know if this is just he wants to end games quicker because he has to go back to sleep with a newborn. I don't know if this is something new he's trying because he's been playing very passive in the recent past, or he's trying to practice for tournaments. But he has been ridiculously aggressive. Now, he is playing against the King of Holds, Mr. Yo, so we'll see. Chemistry! What we're gonna see is freaking hand cannoneers in the Castle Age, the Bohemian Special. How many? Oh, okay, only 2 archery ranges, though. 11 on food, 11 on gold. Might want to add, oh, there it is, a 3rd archery range. Ooh, has the Viper seen it? He hasn't seen either one. So he's gonna literally get hit by a ton of bricks. Castle Age hand cannoneer is en route. 2 of them are being trained. Does he have enough room here for food and gold? He has gotten his primary gold secure, Mr. Yo. Decent amount of space for farms, but he might need to expand. His secondary gold is off campus. His 3rd gold's off campus as well. I don't know that you can sustain hand cannoneer production off of just 1 patch of gold. I mean, obviously you can, but maybe for how long is the question. How much gold is left in here? Okay, there's a decent amount of gold in there. The Viper, for his part, has expanded. Maybe not. Actually, neither player has really expanded. I saw the minimap. I thought maybe there was some additional buildings being built there, but... Freudian slip. Hello, hello. Awesome nickname. Yeah, you can't go wrong with pepperoni, Lee. You absolutely cannot. So Doc, you're not opposed to pineapple qua pineapple. You're just opposed to it in its solid form versus its liquid state. Okay, he's trying to bust in through the south here. Hand cannoneers have revealed themselves catching crossbows. Now, to be fair, the Viper's going to have crossbows with ballistics in a second, whereas the hand cannoneer's base accuracy is not 100% there with the 75. Oh, Supergen, the grease doesn't agree with you? What about, like, turkey pepperoni? I've seen that as well. The hazards of getting old. Man, getting old freaking sucks. You know what also sucks? Is losing your entire army at home. But at the same time, hand cannoneers are in here. 13 kills, 11 of them villagers. Both players are trying to hamstring each other's economies, but the Viper is getting the short end of the stick here. He's down 12 villagers to 4 kill count. Take a look at the range on the crossbows. Okay, so both of them have 7 range. One of them has ballistics, one does not. 6 knights? 6 knights here. Mangonel shot completely goes off script to the right, dies. And here we go, there's ballistics in play. But is the Viper chasing in a little bit too much here? Garrison Town Center, how many villagers inside? 12 villagers means bye-bye night. That being said, you're facing off against a unit that does 17 freaking damage in the Castle Age. 17 damage in the Castle Age is just ridiculous. Doc, I love beets. One of my favorite soups is borscht. Although the warm one with sour cream, not the cold one. I have many a fond memory going down to Brighton Beach in New York. Getting a good plate of purple soup. Sergey knows what I'm talking about. I mean, this is just an absolute disaster here for both players. Are just throwing gold down the toilet. Warm borscht with sour cream's a banger. When's the New York meetup? It's either going to be in New York or in Vegas. I think it might have to be New York, to be fair. Just because every time I think of New York, I just start getting hungry. We can do like a Cast of Empires food tour. There will be very little to no Age of Empires. The devil root. All right. Castle denial denied. And so now we've got a Bohemian Castle, not really staring the Viper in the face very much, but preventing him from going up the center of the map. And hand cannoneers are moving forward. Siege Workshop. Viper expanding with a third TC. Mystery already has his third on the stone here. What are you? You are a bear hunting posse of cavalrymen. With a decent number of kills, actually. What do they kill here? All military. Okay. Monk, go bye-bye. So let's see. Army counts very similar. Civilian population. Mysterio's ahead about 20%. Of course he has. Although the Viper has evened up the kill count. 13 villager kills to 2. 62 kills to 65. I mean, 34 minutes into the game, the kill counts are incredibly similar. The resources collected basically identical. Populations are 75 to 82. I mean, when these high elo players meet, sometimes it's just such an incredible back and forth. And our poll, as we've seen the polls do many a time lately, are going foot archer play. Although the foot archer in this case is the elite skirmisher, which is not going to help very much against the second castle. The Viper sees it, by the way, going up with the town center. He's going to rush in. Let's see it. I love that he's going after the mangonel's first double whammy. Oh, he's going to deny the castle. Fantastic play out of the Viper. Adds another 6 villager kills to his belt. Well, loses a knight to a conversion, and Monsieur, is he bringing any more villagers? It looks like a few villagers are moving forward, but then they kind of stop. What's the castle at? 31%. Does the Viper have a siege workshop, by the way? He does not. He is still going economy here with a full work. And here we go. Doesn't need many villagers. Has a meat shield of hand cannoneers. How many people can say that? And the converted knights are shooing away the skirmishers. That is so sour for the Viper here. And the castle's gonna go up. Additional gold is lamed, but it's okay. The Viper's got 2 TCs. He's got stone to the back. Okay, I guess it's not okay. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I will. Okay, let's dive into this. Where's this third goal? Oh, okay. Extra gold on the right denied. Extra gold on the left denied. How's his primary? Oh, this is his primary gold. Yikes! Only 1,000 left. Okay, so now things are starting to be a little clearer. Now things are starting to make more sense here. But wow. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just catching up with the chat a little bit. Damn, that was damn. I mean, I don't know what to say, except I'm glad we got to see hand cannoneers in the Castle Age. OG Santa, hi mate, how much does YouTube pay you for 1,000 views? For you, it's 80 cents. Ooh, it depends. Sometimes it's like $2. Sometimes it goes up to like 4 or 5. But I think it's seasonal with YouTube. I think it's you thought Jenny thought he was a bot. It's seasonal with YouTube. Lee, thank you so much for becoming a knight of the realm. Thanks so much for joining the membership. Kyle, hello, hello. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm new to streaming, so if this is your first time watching the stream and you're wondering why the hell I'm so distracted, this is exactly why. When you make a video about Teutonic Knights, YouTube pays more. That's funny. Oh my goodness. You want it to be a pizza night? Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna have to do some kind of New York meetup. I run my mouth about food so much that it's definitely gonna have to be some good restaurants. We'll put all our heads together and come up with some restaurant recommendations. Let's take a look at the stats. I mean, again, I suspect a lot of the GG in this game came from the Viper losing access to both his additional golds, right? I mean, to the right, he's being lamed by mobile units. On the left, he's being lamed by mangonels and 2 aggressive castles. Foodware. Although, Doc, isn't there really like a big community of... there's a big Age of Empires community in Australia as well, right? David Hill. Welcome, welcome. You're watching AoE while listening to AoE. Inception. Go to, David, go to Twitch. I'll add you as a mod. And Doc, I'll message you on Discord for adding you as a mod if you're still interested of YouTube. And Kat, let me know as well. I'm happy to have some awesome people help out. You tried playing today but got wrecked by AI. What level? A Wild Derek sighting has made its appearance here. All right, let's take a look at the stats and then move on to the next game. Hand Cannoneers for the win here. 44 of them. Against 26 Knights, 23 Crossbows. I mean, the Viper, did he even need armor upgrades? I mean, it's a 17 attack hand cannoneer. You're not going to out armor it, even though his PKPM was almost double Mystrios. I'm assuming was right, of course, right at the beginning of the game. Economies identical. Relic count not really playing a role. Conversions 3. We saw 2 of those were Knights, maybe a third a Knight as well. Raisings 1 to 2, not exactly the end of the world here. Okay. Well, game number 1 goes to Mystrio. Not that we're really keeping track. I don't really care who wins or loses. There's no real like running tally. The green sword of power. All right, bear with me. I will load up the next game. Supergen, is that a cat carrying a dagger? David, type something. I think I did it. But as Supergen knows, when I tried to mod her, I modded the wrong Supergen. It is. Marco, fellow pizza lover, welcome to the Knights. Awesome. Thank you so much. Zuil, by the way, hello, hello. I think I missed your chat earlier. All right, game number 2 has been loaded. Bear with me. I don't know why Capture Age doesn't change the names of the players. Marco, thank you so much for joining. David, the first thing you did was ban somebody? You are a harsh mod. pizza night of the realm. Who is Carrot Mold, and why did you ban Carrot Mold, David? It's a friend of yours that doesn't used to win. Oh my goodness. You love the pizza badge? It had to be pizza. I mean, there was no other choice. I tried to make it more professional, and then I was like, who am I kidding? I can't make it more professional. It's got to be pizza. All right, game number 2, we've got Hera and Mr. Yo. Hera playing as the Mongols in blue, Mr. Yo playing as the Ethiopians. Okay, so we've got faster firing cav archers taking on faster firing foot archers. Let's see if we actually get to see archers of any kind. Now, against the Mongols would be a good idea to get royal heirs if you're going to go camels, because Hera has said that camels are the weakness of the Mongols. So you'd be kind of silly not to, right? You kind of have to go Mongols with royal heirs. Super Gen with 3 bushes. What's the bush in this map? Let's take a look. Oh, it's not the lemon bush. Professionalism, I don't know what that means. First, I wanted it to be a crown. Then I wanted it to be a shield. Then I wanted it to be a sword. But I was like, you know what? That's a bit too professional. That's a bit too, like, on the nose. Let's just make it a slice of pizza. Homemade sourdough sounds delicious. My parents are all into, or I should say my dad is all into making homemade sourdough. No lemon. By the way, Catherine, the lemon bush emoji is available, right? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just saw your message up top. All right, let's take a look at the base, the attack path. A bit of a cluttered attack path with 3 forests in the way. A bit of a roundabout way to get there. We are on rune stones, which means there is a relic right in the center of the map in a bit of a haunted part of the world. Sourdough. David, welcome back to the land of the ad freeze. Let's see, primary gold for Hera and a nice bow tie shaped pile to the forward position, stone to the rear. Forests, I like it. Nice and flanking. In theory, in runestones, the forests should be thicker than on your average Arabia map, which so far has been the case. Even out on the map, they're in bigger clumps than Arabia, which is nice. Additional stone and gold off to the left side, additional gold off to the right. The only problem I have with runestones is the coloring of the background of the dirty kind of land. I'm not a big fan of this, like, autumnal, flooded toilet water colored, I don't know, terrain, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Lee, it's a very pretty lemon bush. Cat outdid herself. We got primary gold for our Ethiopian to the rear, primary stone in the forward position, but maybe not on the attack path. Actually, is this closed? Yeah, this is closed. So I'm assuming the attack path is going to be this way if Hera is the one who becomes aggressive here. And going up to Castle Feudal Age, 40 or so seconds ahead of his opponent. Did Mr. Yo skip? Wait a second here. Hera is going up 50 or so seconds ahead of his opponent. What am I missing here? Oh, sorry, he must have skipped Loom. Yeah, he skipped Loom. My bad. So he's gonna probably, yeah, he's already got it queued up. Okay. My bad. Dried grass and salt. Sorry, is that your sourdough starter, or are you describing this ugly, ugly map? For my dad's birthday, I bought him a whole kit of all these tools and implements. When you make your own bread, you can, like, there's a little device you can carve the top of it to make little patterns in it. Oh, the map? That's what I figured. I was thinking like dried grass and salt might be a little, might not be the tastiest of sourdough starters. You bake bread in your air fryer. I'm assuming you can bake pretty much everything in your air fryer, no? Although it'll probably come out like with the consistency of a phyllo pastry than normal bread. The constant supply of bread. That's funny. First blood, drawn by our Ethiopian Mr. Yo. Let's see how well Hera does here in terms of scouting. What has he seen? Seen some of it, and now gets in right as the gates shut behind him, but not exactly a full wall off yet. Oh, he's gonna catch a villager, but unlike his, these ones already have loom. You just ate. David, what did you eat? Did you get another Mary Brown's chicken? Oh, he gets the kill, but loses a scout for it. And wait a second. What happened to that sheep? There's a sheep here that looked like either it was completely harvested already or it died to an attack. A Donair sub. I honestly didn't know what the hell a Donair was my entire life until I started watching Trailer Park Boys. Okay, Hera loses another scout. So resting a little bit on his laurels here of one villager kill, he's losing a bunch of units. These are Mongol scouts. They're not Magyar. They're not cheap. Runs into a bit of a feudal age blockade. Backs out. Neither player really banking any resources, but I guess this is a one-way trip for this scout because now he is fully walled in. Yeah. No way out. Is Donair just the eastern... David, illuminate this for us, if you know. Is Donair just the eastern Canadian equivalent of a doner kebab? Like what the rest of the world calls D-O-N-E-R? Like if you were to go to Germany or if you were to go anywhere, I guess, with like a good Turkish population. I always assumed that Donair was just the way Atlantic Canadians pronounce doner kebab. David has gone silent. Doner kebabs are delicious, especially like late at night when you have to like soak up. Sorry, Super Jen, I'm gonna get graphic here. When you have to soak a bunch of greasy crap in your stomach and booze and stuff, Donairs are like second to none. Shawarma is best. Yeah. What kind of shawarma? Chicken, lamb, pork? Donair is a version of... It is a version of the doner kebab. Okay. Proper donair consists of 4 ingredients. Donair meat, toppings, sauce, and pita bread. Oh, yeah. Hot sauce. Catherine, everything has to have hot sauce. My, one of my favorite pastimes in life is to just douse my food with hot sauce. Get a stomach ache after I eat, complain about it, and then be told that I'm an idiot because I put a bunch of hot sauce on everything. Yeah, Doc, it's the same thing. A doner kebab, a donair kebab, a doner kebab. And like I said earlier, I think like a month ago, it's all kind of variations of the same thing. There's some kind of hunk of meat on a spit, a vertical spit. And there's some kind of proprietor who's shaving it into some kind of carbohydrate delivery mechanism, whether it's a pita or a hero or gyro, if not too sure still how to pronounce that word. It's all kind of like All kind of the same thing. Meat on a stick. Designed for like late night deliciousness. Our Mongol going heavy on the skirmishers to try to counter this archer play out of our Ethiopian. And our Ethiopian adding in scouts to counter the skirmishers. Hero looks like he wants to hit Castle Age first, banking right up until he trains 2 scouts. Okay, so looked like he was interested. Mr. Yo as well had about 300 food. Now all of a sudden it's all gone. Okay, so we're firmly entrenching ourselves into some feudal age battles here. If I ever make it to Halifax, maybe one day. I'm very curious to see Atlantic Canada. I, as all of our generation, grew up watching Anne of Green Gables. Ooh, Derek garlic sauce. How could I forget about that frickin' garlic sauce? Oh. New Yorkers call it gyro. Yeah, exactly. I think it's pronounced hero, but I'm not 100% sure. New Yorkers do whatever the hell they want. New Yorkers pronounce things the way they want, act the way they want. So it's a world unto itself. Some of us are nice. Alejandro, you are a member of the community. Welcome to the pizza knighthood. Queenlander can't spell beer. They call it XXXX. Why? Is Dos Equis popular in Australia? It's an Australian. Oh, you have to be Australian to understand it. New Yorkers just be out here doing anything. Yeah, New Yorkers do whatever the hell they want, which is one of the reasons I love going to the city. I jaywalk everywhere. I do what I want. I strike up conversations with random people. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I thought like there was I once was jaywalking. I went to visit the UN. I had a friend who was working, a friend I made in law school, who was working as an intern at the United Nations, and she gave me a tour. And on my way to the UN, I was almost robbed. Back then, I was wearing a pair of True Religion jeans. I don't know why. I think my cousin gifted them to me as a birthday present. And somebody on the street ran across the street, was like, "Hey, I like your jeans. Can I have them?" And I'm like, "No, you can't have my jeans. It's like 2 p.m. I'm wearing them. What do you want me to walk around in my underwear?" And then he kept following me very aggressively. So I ran away, kind of like power walked away. And as I was jaywalking across the street, I almost got hit by a taxi driver. And then, of course, what's the term in like psychiatry when you're like angry at one thing, but then you transfer it to be angry at something else? Transference or whatever it's called. And so I got angry at the taxi driver, just like I'm angry at freaking Hera right now for not walling this in. And he got out of his car and started yelling at me, but then we kind of both were like laughing. And then we kind of just started talking and hanging out. That's my story. I was just like, I spent an hour talking to a taxi driver on the Lower East Side. Or I guess Mid-East Side, wherever the UN headquarters is. Cast of story time. Maybe I'll make that one of the coin purchases for like, I don't know what, 2,000 or 3,000 coins. I'll launch into a random nonsensical story about how I was almost robbed and then almost hit by a taxi driver and then became best friends with him. Displacement, it's called. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I caught the angries. Oh, we've got a Mongol camel, elite skirmisher, bodkin, crossbow, plow, and saw, all en route for our Ethiopian, who is adding a second DC as Hera adds 3. Can't see these armies engaging very much into one another here. He says as the armies engage into one another here. Ooh, I love when units die at the same time. There we go, Cav Archers. And this is what I'm talking about for the Ethiopian. This might not be a bad time to get royal heirs. You know the Mongol's eventually going to go mounted. He's not going to stay on skirmishers for the entire game. Maybe he will and lose the game. I don't know. But it would be a death sentence as the Mongols missing the last armor upgrade on your archers to go skirmishers against the fastest firing foot machine gunners, basically, of the Ethiopians. I'd love to visit New York and then try the pizza. Oh, yeah. I mean, Marco knows. I recommended a whole bunch of pizza places. There's just like everything in New York. Doesn't matter if you're an introvert and extrovert, if you like outdoors, indoors, if you like sweet or savory, doesn't matter what the hell you want to do. There's always something to do. My brother went with his daughter a few months ago to visit our family there. And for the longest time, I've just been always talking about New York. I don't need an excuse. I just love the city so much. There's always, I just have the best time there. And when he came back, he was like, Isaac, you know what? I finally understand why you won't shut the hell up about New York. There's literally a million things to do compared to Toronto, compared to anywhere in the world. Who's kidding who? Ooh, Chicago Chi-Town deep dish is pretty freaking good too. I like Detroit style pizza as well, the squares. New Haven is a good one that I got into after watching way too many Portnoy reviews. I mean, this is not a good fight for Mr. Yo at all. Catherine, you have to take the risk. You have to take the risk. And sorry, Kat, I called you Catherine again. But I think for the most of the stream, I've been calling you Kat, which is an improvement for me. You went to NYC on someone else's nickel. Definitely a fascinating experience. Yeah, it's a fascinating is the perfect word for it. And that's the thing. You want street food, you want fancy schmancy dining, you want garbage. It's all available. The only problem is when you are in the late stages of the night, you're in the imperial age stage of the daytime. It's like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Maybe you've been out with your friend or cousin or family member drinking or smoking something that kind of makes your brain not work at 100%. American money all looks the same. So like me, one time you go into a hot dog. I think it was the Papaya Hut I went into. And you give them what you think is a 20 and they give you change for a 10. And you're like, no, I gave you a 20. And they're like, no, you gave me a 10. What the hell are you going to do? You're like, okay, I guess I gave you a 10. I thought I gave you a 20. Whereas Canadian money is like Monopoly money. Some of it's purple, some of it's green, some of it's blue. In any event, 107 population for our Mongol. He has the exact same army count. He's ahead 10 villagers. But he is playing defensive Hera against a very offensive Ethiopian Mr. Yo, who is housed. And I don't see any houses being built for him. Oh, just now starting. That is unfortunate. When you're putting on the pressure, you're putting the, your pedal to the metal. You do not want to be housed at that moment. I love the exploratory knight. Not exactly a Frankish knight with extra line of sight, and will probably get converted or die. But he sees the extra town centers. Ooh, what a missed opportunity to get an attack round there. Hera's got enough skirmishers to, what, 3-shot the mangonels? 4-shot them now? Ouch, what a missed opportunity for Mr. Yo, who is now being pushed away. His knight, by the way, looks like he, yeah, there it is, dying on the, not exactly battlefield, but on the field. You only know Seinfeld and Friends and The Office. Oh my God, when Michael Scott goes to New York and he says he's going to his favorite pizza joint and then he goes to Sbarro. I've been to that Sbarro's where he went. It is a disgusting place. Yeah, cat. That's right. The money here does have Braille. When you went to Canada, you were diving and it switched a kilometer. Oh, you were driving. Sorry, and it was switched a kilometer. You had to deal with that. You know what, Lee? When you enter Canada by car, there are signs now. I don't know how long ago this was that you had to contend with the switch, but now they put up signs everywhere on the roads leading from the US into Canada that say, hey, check your speedometer because we do not use miles here, and you will be going very, very slow if you're going 100 miles. Sorry, very, very fast if you're going 100 miles an hour in a 100-kilometer zone. Yeah, Derek, I mean, the world is moving into a cashless society, but if you go to New York, it's like you went back in time. You always need cash in that city. Lee, I thought you were in the city itself? Oh, in 2022. Yeah, Doc, Canadian money is the same as Australian. It's just monopoly money, basically. Shadowflower, I just had to get $40 of quarters for laundry. Thank you for sharing that. This may not be the place to get $40 of quarters. Oh, you're in New York? Okay. You don't use one of those apps where people come and get your laundry and then they drop it off for you? That's another thing I love about the US that doesn't exist in Canada, is the app culture is so much more developed in the US. Oh, geez, you were doing 155 on the 401. Ugh. Here we go. Chemistry, Bracer, Arbalester, Imperial Age for Hera, seconds away. Oh, Shadowfly, I thought I disabled the ads. An hour and 20 minutes away? That's pretty close. That's worth it. Better than Toronto to Canada. Toronto to Canada. Oh my goodness. Toronto to New York. Jai Kumar, hello, good morning. On social media, I saw a rumor that US-Canada is the largest open border. It is in fact true, yes. We have the longest, it's not an open border, it's the longest undefended border in the world. There is no military along the border. Exit. You want that draw redeem. Oh, you're in a quarter only machine? You're one of those buildings with no elevator? Pinky Lady, Red Lobster, and Pineapple. Those are very cute nicknames. Doc, you are on the island, Prison Island. What England used to call you. Knight continues his rampage here on the right side of the map. Jai Kumar, you used to be able to enter the America without a passport. I used to be able to go with just my driver's license. But then after 9/11, everything changed. And so now you definitely do need a passport. There's still like customs. There's just no like military bases or anything like that along the border. Hera is targeting down the bombard cannons, which means he is not stopping this barrage of Trebs. And he is committing to the skirmisher play. I thought he was, these skirmishers had a bit of a shelf life. But no, he is continuing to play, even with the last armor upgrade missing. And now he's taking on a castle? Okay. Looks like Hera's doing what Hera loves to do, which is if you attack into me, I'm just going to attack right back into you. And Mr. Yo, oh no. Is this open? I can't tell if this is open if there's a tree behind here. Oh, there is a bush A, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. I love seeing bush A. You only see really bush B. Oh, never mind. He's not trying to attack anything. He's trying to triple team this small but powerful Ethiopian army that is now getting infantry armor upgrades with one castle that's under attack. I don't know that we're going to see Shotels. We're seeing barracks play. Okay. A 20 was a Lizzie. Yeah. Because it had Queen Elizabeth on it. Enhanced driver's license will get you into Canada from the US. Really? That's not something we have here yet. Your ancestors stole a loaf of bread. And now they're Mad Maxing it in the down under. Hera has overwhelmed this position. The Hussar play. The frickin' Mongol Hussars, Ethiopian halves are here. But looks like Hera's overwhelming this Ethiopian army. Oh, nice. We hit a goal of 110 subscribers. On Twitch. By the way, those of you watching on Twitch, are the animations noticeable? Should I make them bigger or smaller? Let me know. I mean, now Hera's in his element. He's just going to be spamming Hussars all the live long day. Michelle, like has been given. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. Hexit on the left side of the screen. There should be animations whenever there's a new sub or a new follower or a goal has been reached. I'll watch it back after the live stream is over. I didn't mean to make you guys do any work. I'm sorry. Oh, Catherine, I'm already doing that with a loony and a toonie. Or sorry, no, not a loony and toonie. I'm already doing that with a $2 bill. You remember we used to have a $2 bill? Super Jen, bon appetit. Say hi to your guest. Thank you, Doc. When did I ever have police arrive? Jessica, what do you mean? Jai Kumar, yes, the Mongols do have a bonus. Their Hussars have 30% more HP in the Imperial Age, which means they have 118 freaking HP, which is good because they are missing the last armor upgrade. And now Hera's going to throw in Elite Mangudai. He's going up to 5 of them. Is this really the time to transition into Mangudai? What made him transition? The halberdiers? Yeah, we used to have a $2 bill and a $1 bill, exactly. Now they won't even accept pennies. Hexit, you've been watching without video. That is a flex move. You're gonna have to watch with video if you redeem that drawing points. Basically, you pick a unit from the game. I put it up on my screen and I try to draw it on MS Paint. Or a structure from the game. Hera loves getting murder holes. We used to have money. Yeah, now we have whatever we have. Damn you, Bretton Woods. Yeah, Doc, you're one of the few countries in the Commonwealth that still has a 50 pence coin. That never really took off in Canada. I don't think Canada ever really had a 50-cent coin. Archery range train time in Bretton Woods. Why does the Britain faster archery range bonus only cap out at 10%? I don't get it. Everything else is 20% faster. Faster stables, faster barracks, faster this, faster that. The Britons get shafted with the 10% faster archery ranges. Yeah, Catherine, you're right. We do like silver half dollars. Yeah, you have a couple? Yeah, my the grandparents got for our baby when he was born. A bunch of them. They nerfed it for team games, created a combos that were too OP. I mean, I don't know what to say about this game. Mr. Yo just kind of handed it to Hera on a silver platter when he didn't support his Arbalesters. Where even are these two? Where are these two feudal age skirmishers? Oh, they're in the castle? Where are you, Mr. Skirmisher? Oh, you're about to get killed. And the other one, he's literally got feudal age skirmishers. Upgrades are nice and imperial. Oh, he's behind the castle. My bad. Okay, sorry. All right, let's take a look. Does Hera have Parthian tactics? Ooh, I don't think so. Let's take a look. We've got a Hussar. I mean, how do I put this? Playing against Hera with a Hussar civilization is like playing against a Meso Civ. You have to wall yourself in. Otherwise, you're going to get absolutely demolished by eagles. And in this case, eagles on horses that have wings and are called Hussars. And that's exactly what happened. Hera takes a 60 kill lead, 64 villager kills to 14. I apologize. I got a little bit lost in the chat there in this game. How old is the baby? 15 months. And just got weighed in at 24 pounds. Yeah, Hera with Mongols might as well just GG. PKPM 27 minutes. And Mr. Yo again, PKPM right at the beginning of the game. What does he do? I really am curious to watch him on the Mr. Yo streams on a Chinese platform that I can't make heads or tails of. It's called DOUYU. Do you? And even though Google translates it, I can't make heads or tails of it. And so I'm very curious why his APM is always right in the beginning of the game. I'm curious to watch him play. I wish I could see what his mouse movement and keyboard movement is like right at the beginning of the game there. But look at the economy for our Mongols. He was also ahead in town centers for a majority of the game. Got his up a lot earlier, and Mysterio saw it and didn't really respond with many extra town centers. Just went up to 3. A Mongol with 141 villagers in map control is exactly why you have this result. 1 conversion, not really playing a role. 16 raisings. Oh, never mind. Jaikumar, there it is. My apologies. He does have Parthian tactics. There you go. Yeah, 15 months is ridiculous. I remember blinking and he was like a week old, and now it's a complete trip. As is this journey into the next game. Bear with me as I load it up. And if you're watching the stream, say hello. If you like what you see on YouTube, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to follow. And that's all I'm going to say about that as I load up the next game where Mr. Yo will be playing against Kapoch. John 803, hello. First time chatter. How are you tonight? All right. As I mentioned, Mr. Yo this time is taking on... Oh, bear with me. I don't know why Captrage does this, where it leaves the old player's name up top. It said Hera for a second ago. So my niece was 15 months yesterday, now she's turning 6. Yeah, I don't know. It's a beautiful, wonderful, but deep down, really, really scary thing. Onur Ozdai, hello, hello. I hope I said your name right. Onur? All right, Mr. Yo. Okay, Mr. Yo playing as the Mayans. I mean, this I've said this before during my videos. This is like a work. Watching Mr. Yo play Mayans is like a work of art. I think this is his best civ. I don't care what the stats say, win rate, loss rate. I think this is the best I've seen him play was always with the Mayans. Capuch for his part playing. Okay, also a cool archer unit for them with the composite bowmen, the Armenians. And their fortified churches and their donkey carts. Let's take a look at the bases as the players begin pushing. Decent forest coverage here. We're back on Arabia right now. Perfect pronunciation? Perfect. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Decent forest coverage here for our Armenian attack path. I mean, look at Mr. Yo's base. Look at Gapuch's base with the never eat shredded wheat forest. And then look at Mr. Yo's base. Yuck. The entire forward position is open. Secondary stone, secondary and tertiary gold, all exposed. Lemon bushes. Ugh, look how exposed these are. What the hell is this giant mountain? What an ugly base for the Mayan, although does have his primary gold and primary stone safe to the back. And the forest does lend itself to rear walling. Okay, that's not bad. Primary gold and stone in the forward position. Berries to the back. Extra stone and gold to the back. And has he seen his third patch of gold? Not yet, no. But wow. What an ugly, ugly map for Mr. Yo. Composite bowmen are fantastic against Eagle Warriors, although maybe not the Mayan Eagle Warrior with 100 HP. What does the composite bowman cap out at? I think it's a 4+4 attack, right? Even the elite, you don't get any attack boost. So 8 damage to 100 HP Eagle is pretty hard. Catherine, you like coins? I used to collect stamps. Never really got into coins. Wikipedia is fun when you have insomnia. Right? So these are actually two also economically powerful civs. I'm trying to think of the who has the economic advantage here. The Mayans start with a free villager and their resources last 15% longer, whereas the donkey cart here is a lot more effective. They have better lumberjacks, they have better gold and stone miners, do the Armenians. Who do we think the who has the advantage here in terms of villager efficiency? I mean, the Mayans just have more upgrades, but I don't know how it really works out at the late game with the 40% more effective donkey cart. You were up at 3 a.m. last night on Reddit? Yeah. Well, welcome to my world. I can't seem to leave Reddit. It is such an amazing social media, such a scary toilet social media platform, but it's so good. And Kat, I agree. No such thing as too much time on Reddit. Yeah, dog, doom scrolling is a real thing. And Mr. Yo spawning here obviously assumes his opponent is somewhere here, right? And Red spawning here obviously assumes his opponent is somewhere here. But no. This is Age of Empires. This is Age of Empires, and so none of it makes any sense. Ooh, are we gonna get to see a goat lame? Nope. Beats Twitter. I used to disagree, but now I agree. I think Reddit for me is like the #1. Plus, the Age of Empires community on Reddit is a lot bigger and a lot funnier than it is on Twitter. Twitter's like very serious for Age of Empires, whereas the Reddit community for AoE 2 is, I don't know about the other Age games, but for AoE 2, it is a hilarious community. Getting recommended a talking parrot? I keep getting recommended a dog that cooks. A dog named Badger, and oh my god, Mr. Yo just lost all of his food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the hell just happened there? That was disgusting. Capuch. And now Monsieur wants revenge? Oh, and Capuch kills the goat. A mini revenge. Did he garrison the goats? Where the hell did these goats come from? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. He at least... No, he lost another one. Oh, goodness gracious, but does lose the Eagle Warrior for it. So, shenanigans already. I mean, this game is hyper aggressive already. As Mysterio heads out with a spearman, or is this a defensive spearman? This, by the way, is anyone's guess if this is walled in. For all you know, in AoE, this could be connected. Shorts are like the... If historians ever like go back and look at what caused the destruction of the world and the productivity of humanity, doom scrolling, Instagram stories, and YouTube shorts is going to be #1 on that list. It's incredible. I always tell myself, okay, I'm done working. It's like 10:30 p.m. I need to wake up at 6 tomorrow. I'm just gonna do like 5 minutes. I'm gonna see what's what. I gotta keep up. I'm in the social media game now, you know? I gotta know what's hot, what's trending. And then literally an hour and a half later, I lift my eyes up to the time on the watch on my phone at the top of the phone. And I'm like, oh my god, it's midnight. Gizmo the talking parrot. Super cool. Yeah, post that. I mean, Mysterio is just getting really unlucky in this game. I don't know if it's skill or luck, but he is down 4 kills to 0 at a whole bunch of his food lamed, which is why he's got how many farms? 8 farms. Although, to be fair, Capuch also had a bunch of his food lamed and is up to 9 farms. Okay. He still does have a scout exploring the map. Whereas Mr. Yo is just now starting to add a couple of Eagle Scouts. A few now. I don't need to keep stay on top of the trends. One thing I will promise everyone here is that you will never catch me doing any TikTok dances. That is something I can promise you right now. Tony Crawford, welcome to the live. The goat caster is on. Speaking of goats, did you see the absolute brutality of these two players killing each other's goats? I appreciate that. Doc, that's where you draw the line. Vanilla Coke, fine. Pineapple on pizza, fine. But watching me wave my arms and dance like a 15-year-old is where you draw the line. Yeah, that's I'm trying to think under what scenario I would ever record a TikTok dance. Maybe I'll make that one of the things on Twitch where if you like redeem 1,000,000 points, I'll do a TikTok dance. But honestly, no one wants to see that. I think like TikTok would collapse. It would go bankrupt the next day. Make cheeky a thing. Oh no, Catherine. Is it back, the audio? It's possible. I mean, I haven't touched anything or changed anything in the settings. Do it. Dance. So eagles are out, which means the skirmisher shelf life has been reached. 1 armor on these eagles. 1 armor on the skirmishers for Mr. Yo, but ooh, unless he's queued castle, oh, he is very far behind. Our Armenian, off the same number of villagers, is how do I put this? Gonna reach castle age 1,000,000 years ahead of his opponent. That is not an exaggeration. $9.89K, so close. Yeah, it's getting real. Record a dance that plays every time someone subscribes. I would rather not. Milan, that is a very quick way to have that person who subscribed unsubscribe immediately. You want the dance. Jessica, believe me, you do not want the dance. I'm not gonna say like Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld level cringe, but also not gonna say that. Lee, you're what kind of band? Tell us more. A lot of all caps all of a sudden related to this dancing. One archer bravely stands against the Mayan tide of skirmishers. Remember, they don't get discounts on their skirmishers, the Mayans, so they are paying full price. Eagles absolutely rickety wreck that one spearman. Okay, so the players are kind of just running around, engaging in small little fights. Mr. Yo, for his part, has managed to not only equalize but surpass the kill count of his opponent, and he's not too far behind. I think a minute and 40 seconds I saw. He had left going up to castle once Capuch hit castle. Now he's doing exactly what he has to do. Keep the pressure on Capuch's side of the map. Make sure Capuch doesn't move out with that Botkin crossbow combo that I'm assuming is going to hit any second. Okay, what is your age range? What do you mean, what is my age range? Like how old I am? I'm 41. I like magic. Music. Leah, I was like, okay. Magic is cool. The Prestige is one of my favorite movies. A guitar major. I always had dreams of learning Spanish guitar. And then if I just couldn't do it. Piano was enough for me. Town center. The side, town center to the rear. Good location for a TC here. I always think the player that spawns in this position in the corner of a map is more advantage than the player who spawns along the edge, because they have a rear. And in this area, there's a little bit of wood. There's a little bit of wood. Room to expand safely. I always feel like they're more advantaged when it comes to settlement construction. Hardcore, metalcore, pop, punk. Ooh. Oh, you asked me that way just to... Oh, I don't mind revealing my age. Yeah, 41. I'll be 42 in October. You're 30, you just got a new set of magic cards. What do you mean by magic cards? Like the game Magic the Gathering? Or like an actual set of cards that you use in a magic show? Or in a magic trick? Alejandro. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner. Depends how long the stream lasts and what kind of late night garbage is open on Uber Eats. And earlier today, I bought a big piece of focaccia bread with some kind of tomato sauce on it. And it was delicious. Photography is super cool. I'm going to put it out there. I don't know if it's like a hot take. I don't know if it's like controversial to say. But photography is pretty damn cool. Especially when you get into like the nitty gritty of it. Like I bought myself a very professional Canon camera. I learned it. Is that English? I learned all the various settings, and it's super cool. Nowhere near being a even remotely close to being anything other than a pure amateur, but it is a complicated thing, photography. It is not an easy thing. Oh, Magic the Gathering. Okay, got it. Tacos. Should I create a photography tab in the Discord? High Ground Mango. Takes a little bit of a beating, as does the Armenian mangonel. Neither of these civilizations with anything particularly special about their mangonels. Oh, damn, Doc. Keep it PG-13. Awesomely, I'm gonna make a note. You might hear a clanging and banging here as I reach for a pen. Make photography Discord. Does our Armenian have a fortified church? Curious as to why he doesn't have a fortified church. I always feel like as the Armenians, the first thing you should do in Castle Age, if not one of the first things you should do in Castle Age, is get a fortified church, get that one free relic, and start earning gold with that relic. Even if you don't build anything or train anything other than just a fortified church, it's only 200 wood. And you do get free relic gold. Oh, 2 mangoes for the price of 1 here. All of a sudden, battle is erupting to the south of the Armenian base. I'm being, there's a censorship committee. Oh, he's going after the villagers with the mangonel. Oh, he flattens a whole bunch of them. Robert Moore, welcome, welcome. And that was, in fact, a fantastic mangonel shot, followed by a few more fantastic shots, followed by maybe a third or fourth. No, the mangonel dies. Remember, the composite bowman does not ignore the armor of the mangonel. That is a siege unit. And so it plays a role, which means that weak 4 base attack gonna take a while to chip away at the HP. I feel like this castle's been under construction for a long time. Imperial Age for Mysterio. Mysterio is really not playing into the strengths of his civilization at the moment. He's going skirmishers, monks, and mangonels. Does he think he's playing the Aztecs with Otlot and 100 HP monks and siege onagers? You're playing the Mayans. Okay, he's adding archery ranges. He's getting thumb ring. Capoch still needs a bit of food before he can hit up the final Imperial Age. And Borges Philo. How did the Hera Yo game end? Hera went bonkers with Mongol Hussars, wrecked Mysterio's army, and then killed every reinforcing unit that tried to help the Ethiopian, and then took the GG. Yo is actually fantastically controlling the map right now. Yeah, classic Hera Hussar spam. Like I said, if you're playing against Hera and he has a Hussar civilization, you wall the hell out of your base. Cat, best of luck. Hope you bring home the W, you and your friend. Thanks for joining. That beautiful lemon bush. I love it. Teovilo, I want mule carts that shoot arrows. Where would they shoot arrows from? Solo, welcome to the live stream tonight. You scrolled to a random point and you came across the jaywalking story? Good. Lucky or unlucky? Okay. A couple of flanking castles out of our Mayan. Who, he's got to be going something other than skirmishers, right? I mean, plumed archers could do well against the composite bowmen. Elite, they have 65 HP. They're faster. Yeah, he picks off the mangonel. I'm not too sure what to make of this pure skirmisher play out of the Mayan. Did he get Huelche javeliners? Are they throwing 2 javelins? Maybe that's what his the gimmick is for him. But Capuch is also an Imperial. He's also roiding up his archers with chemistry and bracer. Economic upgrades for both players as well. John Yang with the Johnopoly. How are you, John? Rohit, how are you? Been a while. He should be back before it ends. Either way, good luck. Purposeful porpoises. Hot take, Hussars are too strong. Cav that can be spam and also kill Vils and other units are not balanced. Give them a gold requirement. Even 5 gold would be a big nerf. Ooh, that is a hot take. That is a Reddit take, if I've ever heard one. Not bad, could be better. What can we do to help, John? Yeah, Doc, it's a take in Twitch, which unfortunately it's against Twitch rules to post the chat from multiple live streams, like YouTube and Twitch. So unfortunately, I can't really show you what's going on. But purposeful porpoises says that Hussars need to cost 5 gold because otherwise there's way too powerful of a unit to spam. You've been having intense hiccups today. Yeah, that's true. I can show the Twitch chat. And I think that's going to be next on the list of stuff to add. I mean, that changing the Hussars to cost 5 gold might make Hera give up Age of Empires altogether. It kind of looks like he's got Huelche javeliners. Yeah, the one in brackets. Okay, so maybe that's the name of the game for the Mayan. Is contest the bowman. When did he get it? How did I miss it? 34, so about 5 minutes ago. AC Dragon Rider, hello. That sandwich looked delicious. How did it taste? By the way, AC Dragon Rider, tomorrow's video. Make a note to watch tomorrow's video. You're gonna freaking love it. Yeah, I mean, map control going to the Mayans with their longer lasting resources. Again, I wasn't the biggest fan of pure skirmisher play, and he's going up to 60 skirmishers because the Armenians technically didn't really need to go up to Imperial Age to get champions. Remember, they get champions in Castle Age. That being said, Capuch is being, Mr. Yo put baby in a corner here. This is not good at all. He's got the same number of villagers, 122 to 129, but look at the army count. Now he's lost the castle. He's going to lose another castle once these trebs reposition. Wow. Yeah, those skirmishers are actually, revisiting my earlier position. Although I still think Mr. Yo's playing this like an Aztec, skirmisher, monk, and mangonel. But it seems to have worked in this case. Kapuch had an opportunity here to go champions, which would absolutely destroy this army, but he didn't have time. He's being pressed into. His gold pile is under attack. He's got nothing to the rear here. No extra resources whatsoever. Bit of stone to the front. Cat, fair enough. But I know AC Dragon Rider likes the big, massive battles, which is, I'm trying not to spoil anything, but the Ghoul Composite Compost Bowman, that's funny, are the most unique unit in the game. They certainly came out swinging. When they first got introduced, I think they were just crushing armies left, right, and center. But now they're kind of, yeah, I don't know if they're the worst unique unit in the game, but they definitely have stalled out a little bit. I just don't like that the elite upgrade doesn't really give you anything. Like, what does it do? It adds 5 HP. And I forget what else, a bit of armor, maybe? Aside from that, it's a complete waste of money. Marco, have a fantastic night. Thank you for joining. Night with a KN. Can Armenians make anything other than composite? Yes, they have an amazing infantry line. And so I'm a little bit surprised we're not seeing champions out of him. Very weird. But it doesn't really matter. He can't really make anything here anyway. He's surrounded by castles, infrastructure. Oh, the castle did fall for Mysterio as well. But this is a lot of archery ranges. 60 skirmishers. But like I said, the champion is literally the eater of trash units, and the tankiest champion here is the Armenian champion. I mean, what other champion in the game has 100 HP? 100 HP Eagles taking on 100 HP champion. There's a reason Mysterio didn't go Eagle Warriors, right? Because against the infantry civ like the Armenians, that is just a death sentence. But what a fantastic game. 7 raisings, 1 conversion, not really playing a role. Economies, about 20% bigger economy for our Mayan. Big surprise. Not because of villager count, just because of map presence. He's just got more of everything. And Kapuch again got put in the corner. And that's all she wrote. Let's keep going. Bear with me. The sandwich was good. Very different from the sandwiches you typically have, which are more deli meat. But it was very tasty. You like the slaw, the fried aesthetic coming into play. Yeah, that's what I love too. I love that it's not really a deep fried sandwich, but it is a deep fried. It kind of tastes like one. And I love that teal cow, that logo. Yeah, Tony, very good point. As much as I was gushing over the corner position, it does leave you a bit of in a bit of a jam when you're surrounded by your opponent. You can't really go anywhere. The next victim is going to be the Viper. Bear with me again. I don't know, Capture Age, when I load a Viper game, it keeps Kapuch's name at the top. Good luck, Catherine. All right. Viper, playing as the Italians, or Italians as my American friends would call them. The Celts by Mr. Yo. And wow, for the first time in a long time, we actually have a proper spawn. 9 o'clock position, 3 o'clock position. We'll all be damned. This is, this in itself is a rarity. Let's see what's going on. Let's look at the attack path. 1, 2, a triumvirate of forests in the middle on the attack path. I mean, as much as Mr. Yo's base looks kind of open, look at the Viper's base. This is like somebody bobbing alone in the middle of the ocean, this town center. There's literally nothing. Wow. Renato, are the games live? No, they were played earlier today and yesterday, but the live stream is live. Like, I'm live. Guy on the left drew a snail. I mean, you've got to think his resources are well placed here, right? No, primary gold, not on the attack path, but exposed. Stone to the back is decent, but that's basically it. Are you kidding me? Extra gold and stone all in the forward position here. Man, the Viper got shafted with this base spawn. Rovsy, nice to catch you live. You watched this one earlier? I mean, this is like, again, this is like a you're in the middle of the Atlantic and all of a sudden you see a little lifeboat and somebody's on it. That's what this town center is, in literally the middle of nowhere. Mr. Yo, extra gold to the back, primary stone. Also, like the Viper is a little bit north of his base. At least he has extra stone and gold to the back. His berries are to the rear. The Viper's, even his berries are in the forward position. But primary stone and tertiary gold, very exposed. 2 forests providing forward coverage. The Viper. I mean, I'm trying to see if the distance to the forest for the Viper is the same as Mr. Yo, but I feel like Mr. Yo is a little bit closer. Yeah, the Viper is incredibly exposed. I wonder if that means he's going to be putting on a good amount of pressure. Is he going to super turtle wall up, or is he going to super be aggressive here? The Viper Yo El Clasico. Italians are very much an underrated civ. You don't see a lot of talk good things about the Italians, but going up to the next stage is 15% cheaper. Pavis is an amazing upgrade with extra armor. Condottieri are beast mode. Gunpowder units cheaper. It is a fantastic civilization. But exactly, will the Celt eat TC? Will it be Mr. Yo? I'm curious to see when Mr. Yo, pardon me, I'm going to take just a sip of water. I'm curious to see when Mr. Yo goes out on the map, if he sees how open the Viper's base is, if he's going to decide, hey, you know what, let me just put on the aggression here, because there's no way he's going to be able to defend all of this. Bear with me one sec. Yo with Celts feels strong. Yo with anything feels strong. They're a bit underrated on land. Their tech tree is pretty flexible. Missing Halb is a big hole. Yeah, true. But they also get Hussars, if I'm not mistaken. Viper can make a straight wall with TC in the middle. Capixo Matador. You mean a straight wall like this? Like north-south vertical? He can, I guess, if he uses this forest. Wall off this way. For now, he doesn't seem to be very interested in walling anything, but we are in the very early stages of the game. He is going up about 50 seconds ahead of his opponent, which tells me he is missing Loom as well. Yeah, so he is Loomless in Seattle. One less villager. Fully upgraded Hussars and Cavaliers. Yeah, Tony, I agree. I think the Viper has no choice. I mean, he must be looking at this map spawn and just laughing his ass off, saying, what the hell is this? Okay, he has discovered, because like I said, for the first time ever, the players actually spawned opposite of one another. Mr. Yo, just now moving out. So let's see what the Viper does when he hits Feudal. How to use Condottieri properly. A few times played as the Italians. I feel like I have no idea how to use them. Condottieri, I mean, on paper, they're supposed to be a counter to Gunpowder because they have a 20 HP swing when it comes to Gunpowder. They have a +10 attack bonus, and then they have 10 special armor against certain Gunpowder units. So if they go up against a Hand Cannoneer, they are taking 10 less damage and meting out 10 more damage. But how do you use them otherwise? I mean, they are fully upgradable, I think. In terms of blacksmith. No matter what, Yo feels strong with bad civs than he does with better ones. Let's see. What do you define as a bad civ? You mean like statistically with win rates and stuff? In high level play, it's typically used either as a counter to Gunpowder or as a timing attack upon hitting Imperial. Yeah, remember that you can, unlike the Goths or the Huns, who you actually have to research a special tech to train your unique unit out of your, I guess, barracks or stable, respectively, you get that automatically with Condottieri. You have a barracks, you hit Imperial Age, you can start spamming them, and they are fast, and they are tanky. In the right hands, they are unbeatable. Yeah, it is I've seen them take down sergeants. I've seen them take down road raiders. Like I said, it's a very powerful unit that you can start spamming immediately. Golden rules. Welcome to the live stream. The tournament or just random match? No, these are all just random matches played on the ranked ladder earlier today or yesterday. And no matter what, exactly. Thanks for reminding me. Pavis. The extra armor on the foot archers also applies to Condottieri. Do paladins counter Condottieri? Yes, they do. Oh man, can you imagine Condottieri in team games? Somebody once told me that's why the tournaments banned Goth and Italian teammates. Because the last thing you want is spammable Condottieri. They're not great versus Eagles? Why do you say that, De Gaulle? Are they one of those few infantry units that does not come with an attack bonus against Eagles? Condo with a teammate boosting you is insane. Yeah, exactly. Michi Kondo Rush is fun. Oh, man. Yeah, Paladin counters it just because it's a Paladin, right? 160, 180, 192 HP. 5+ melee armor. For the Teutons, even more. Crazy 18 attack. 20 if you're Lithuanian. They don't have a bonus against Eagles. Okay, well, okay, fine. Fair enough. Yeah, I figured they were one of those. When you mentioned that they were one of those few that didn't... There was a fortress strategy going around where Goths would get slung to Imperial with an Italian teammate for Kondo spam. Man, can you imagine training Condottieri 35% cheaper, 3.5 times faster than everyone else? Like, what the hell do you do to defend against that? Solo, that's funny. Yeah, okay, I know this is like a big divisive thing in Age of Empires. Skirmisher versus skirmisher. Fast Castle, 20 minutes, you saw a wall of condos. Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Skirmisher Wars will continue for a while, unfortunately, as the Italian is banking resources. Remember, again, they don't need 800, 200 to go to Castle. They need 85% of that. So he can click up a little bit earlier than his opponent. No matter what, you like the Skirmisher Wars? Yeah, like I said, it's like a schism in the Age of Empires church. Bye-bye Spearman. Not too sure where that Spearman was going. Straight into the face of a counter unit. You love those big battles. Yeah, it's one of those things like the Saracen market, quote-unquote, abuse. I don't like that term either. The developers put it in the game. There are certain combinations that are meant to be, you know, very powerful. And to be fair, the community knows about them. And so that's why I mentioned how, like, tournament organizers generally ban Goth Italian teammates in 2v2s, for example. And Doc, exactly. The right word is cheesy, as opposed to like an exploit or abuse. It's like the Saracen, right? It's people who hate it call it abuse. People who like it call it a mechanic. If you lose, it's only because the opponent abused or something. Exactly, no matter what. Now that sounds like very much like a Reddit post. If Red Bull didn't insist on using Empire Wars for their tournaments, there wouldn't be any tourney settings where it's blatantly OP. There we go. Looks like Skirmisher Wars are about to end because the Viper's in Castle Age going to that Italian Knight. Adding 2 TCs to the rear of his base, one next to the stone, one next to the gold. By the way, Capixo Matador, you were kind of correct. He is walling off in a vertical line, approximately. But Mr. Yo is not being as aggressive as he really needs to be. He hasn't scouted that much of the Viper's base. And so I don't think Mr. Yo really understands how open the Viper is right now. Oh yeah, those are tomorrow and Sunday. Will be fun. I'll be live streaming the games afterwards, I think in the evening. Dragon Rider, it's interesting too because I notice I use far more militia-based units in Feudal Age and Castle Age than most players do. You don't see men-at-arms and long swordsmen out very out. Yeah, you almost never see those in the Castle Age. You very rarely see infantry plays in the Castle Age, unless of course the Civ matchup kind of demands it, right? Or unless you're playing like a Civ like the Romans. The most inventive thing you've seen in a long time was the Rams with the Janissaries. Oh, the red phosphorus strategy. Did that work? Did that end up actually being good or bad? I think the Viper tried it a bunch of times too, and it did not work well for him. Those Janissaries, because you have to time it to the firing rate of your unit, and that is very hard. Because when you're playing the game, you don't have these stats like we do. Like, okay, a knight attacks on a 1.8 second delay. A scout unit attacks on a 2-second delay. You have to kind of count in your head to optimize it. Actually just played Long Swordsman and Scorpions as the Celts earlier today. Rovsy, the video that's coming out tomorrow, there's a moment in it where I say, I don't think there's going to be any more villager kills. And literally, right as I finish the sentence, right as I put the period at the end of that sentence, a villager gets killed. So I'm not surprised. Malian longswords push on TCs is also good with the extra pierce armor, yeah. The somebody in the chat might know this. I forget the person's name, but there was somebody who was like, I forget if he's like a developer of the original game, but he gave an interview a year or so ago where he talked about how infantry is unfortunate in this game. He said, like, infantry is meant to counter cavalry. Cavalry is meant to counter archers. Archers are meant to counter infantry. The problem is cavalry has an added element where it moves faster. Archers have an added element that they fire from a range. Infantry doesn't have anything. And so he was lamenting the fact that of the 3 branches of the land army, I guess of the 4 if you're counting siege, or 5 if you're counting monks, that infantry kind of got shafted. I forget the name of the person, but he gave an interview last year. It was a very fascinating, as somebody who was like involved in developing the game. Atomic Sausage, hello, hello. The reload time of the Jannies, yeah, well there you go. Yes, Sandy Peterson. Thank you, Rapsy. He said infantry should be cheaper, exactly. It was a very interesting interview. And here we go. Finally, Mr. Yo is going to discover that this is still open. And our Celt, I mean, you've got the second fastest infantry unit in the game. You've got 9 villagers on stone. Get that castle up. Start spamming the Celtic Eagle Warrior. Ooh, is he going to notice the relic? Of course it is. It's Mr. Yo. Monk gets got. Okay, at least he's using his faster moving halbs a little bit here. And the Viper might do well to try to bank some resources here and maybe go up. You don't have the APM to tech into infantry? Fair enough. I mean, cavalry is the standard kind of... He sees another monk. Will he get him? He's getting body blocked. He's getting body blocked, but it's very hard to body block light cav. I don't know if he died or deleted those units, but they're both dead anyway. As the Middle Age progressed, infantry became less and less relevant, just like in the... Exactly. Unpopular opinion, but you think the Britons should get red coats as an extra UU? That might be for a different Age of Empires game. Yeah, we've got a single knight with 2 kills, one of them a villager. Wololo attempted, and... RNG works for Mr. Yo, who tiefs a knight. Okay. Loses a monk for it, which kind of sucks, but there it is. There's the castle. Oh, the Viper. The Viper sees the castle, immediately backs away with his villagers. Where is he going to place his? I'm assuming here on the high ground, right? Yeah. Nicholas, what if infantry costs half a pop like the tech from AoE 1? You mean like a Karambit warrior? That might make it a little bit too strong. Then you all of a sudden would have 120 unit armies. Okay, you think he's gonna destroy him? Catherine, you won? Congratulations. Uh-oh. Bunch of knights in the back, but not 1 but 2 counter units. Oh, that sucks to lose the monk. Should he have just let the pikeman handle it? Fung Fung. Glad you could join us live. What's everyone having for dinner? You're having pho tonight? Nice. Another monk dies. I mean, Mr. Yo, how many monks has he lost this game? It's a lot of monks. He is not exactly Portuguese cheaper monks, you know? And I still don't know what I'm having for dinner. I think I'm going to wait until the live stream is over, see what's available on Uber Eats. Or maybe I'll just go to sleep. Probably better to go to sleep than to eat at midnight, but... Solo with the jokes. There was even a Soviet general in World War I who only made cavalry charges. Well, wasn't there a famous instance where the Polish army in World War II charged into a whole bunch of German panzer tanks on horseback? And as odd as that sounds, I think the point of it was to close in on the tanks, and they strapped bombs onto the side of the panzers, but I don't think the bombs did anything because the panzers were just so heavily armored. Alejandro, you do not have to apologize for being a history buff. You are in welcome company. AC Dragon Rider. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Well, you also have to factor in, Rovsy, that the bombs weren't that great either. Probably a bunch of homemade bombs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. For now, no TCs being eaten, but definitely a bunch of crossbows. We got a Genoese falling to the heart, to the might. But high ground numbers here are working to the benefit of these now arbalesters. Okay, yeah. Villager population's very similar. Army counts, the Viper is ahead. He's got 20 Arbalesters. And they are just... I mean, that was just an oversight there, just feeding units. But Mr. Yo is ringing his settlement. And he is getting done to him what he did to Capuch last game. He is backed into a corner here. And there is no escape like Tony mentioned. Oh, he's going to lose villagers getting this castle up too. Food history. Food history. Food history. I forget what kind of tank it was. The Germans had a number of different tanks, but I'm not sure it was the more heavily armored ones, but I can't imagine the bombs were very advanced. Although, to be fair, it could be an apocryphal story too, right? Like, a lot of stories. Like the story of the Italian Arbalester who stood next to a Celtic castle and somehow lived to tell the tale because our Celt didn't want to spend a few small resources to get murder holes and instead sent his Woad Raiders. Everyone says GG, Yo is cooked. Yeah, army count is starting to grow. Infrastructure is going down. Oh, are we going to get to see Condottieri? He has no upgrades for them. Instead, he's going cheaper gunpowder here with a couple of bombards, hand cannoneers. Why is he adding in the barracks? Arbalesters keeping an eye on the Woads. Woads do not see the Arbalesters. They have not great line of sight, I guess. Chicken Marengo is named after the battle? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Alejandro, which tank is that? The T-34? I think the Woads should get at least +2 line of sight. They're supposed to be raiders. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a bit surprised, but by that really shitty line of sight. He didn't even see the Arbalesters. But yeah, as everyone in the chat commented, look at the villager kill count. I'm surprised and shocked that Mr. O even got 1 villager kill here. Yikes. All right. The Viper punishing Mr. Yo, who, again, like Capuch, was just backed into a corner here, but does not have a donkey cart to run around from tree to tree. Population double for our Italian. Wow. A ring of castle. Yeah, the Arbalester play was great. Why did he build the barracks? Or sorry, my bad. These... Now I feel like I'm tripping. Were these always archery ranges or were they barracks at some point? I thought they were barracks. Barrackses. 46 Arbalesters, 43 Woads. The Woads should have done a lot better. PKPM 35. Oh, well, at least Mysterio's PKPM is not at the 11-second mark of the game. Resources gathered. Mr. Yo actually got more resources if you take out the relics. But with the relics, it's basically identical. What's that, like 2% apart? Holy moly. I did not expect it to be that close. 3 conversions apiece, 7 raisings by the Viper. Of course, he's the one putting on the pressure with BBCs and Trebs. Looks like he lost a Treb here. I kind of want to see this last engagement. So let's see what's going on here. The Woads charge in, going after the Trebs. Unfortunately, the castle's already fallen. All right, Pyrrhic victory. And he's going after the BBCs. Should he have gone after the BBCs first, I wonder? Would it have made any difference? Probably not. It was always ranges? Okay. Why did I think it was a barracks? I went on a whole rant about Condottieri. Woad blinders, that's funny. It is apocryphal. The Poles used cavalry for reconnaissance. They were never used to charge German tanks. However, both German tanks and Polish cavalry were filmed during the war, then cut together during newsreels. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Chris. Ooh, the KV-2. Yeah, the T-34 was just a mass-produced kind of... Damn. Chris, thank you so much. I'm not surprised that they would splice a bunch of news stories together. World War II was just chock full of that kind of stuff. And thanks for commenting. All right, next. We're going to watch a Sorakuma game. So bear with me. I need to change the players' names again. All right. I have lost track of what game this is, what number it is. 4, 5, 6. Sorakuma. We saw the Armenians. Now we're going to get to see the Georgians in red. Mysterio, Franks. Ooh, okay. 2 cavalry civilizations. Oh yeah, Doc, we're going to see a few more. This is I'll give you fair warning before we end approach the end. The Franz Ferdinand. Sorakuma, clap, 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 clap. I'm not too sure what you're doing to goal, but I like it. Free donkey cart does give them a little bit of scouting, although he's sending the donkey cart to scout where he's already scouted, so I'm not too sure what Sorakuma is doing there. And like I said, 2 good cavalry civilizations. Let's see this map. Bit of a darker hue, and again, this time it's Mr. Yo who spawns in a very annoyingly open position here. If I'm watching a bunch of Yo games, he's usually the opponent on Twitch streams. Yeah, because he's not on Twitch ever. He's on that Do You platform, which, as I mentioned, I even with Google Translate have no clue what is going on that platform. Yeah, Do You. It's a really terrible user interface in my opinion, or maybe that's just us used to like Twitch and YouTube. But it is very hard to watch Mysterio live stream. So I'm glad, Atomic Sausage, that we can get... He was banned? Suspended? Tell us more as we look at the base. Stone to the rear of Mysterio's base. Primary gold, extra golden stone. Ugh, look how annoying this is. Berries as well. He does have an extra little patch of gold to the back. Has he seen it? Of course. Forests, 2 of them are helpful in a flanking pattern. The last one not very helpful unless he secures the base, in which case this is a fantastic forest that he can take the wood from safely. Sorakuma, primary gold forward, primary stone like Mysterio to the back, berries to the back, also not great. Extra gold outside, stone outside, and gold all the way exposed. Has seen everything but the extra stone. Forests, in a bit, obviously, better position than Mysterio. Any forest would be in a better position than Mysterio's. Attack path, pretty one-directional here between these 2 forests with a relic. You'd think we were watching Runestone with the relic right in the middle of the map. But okay, let's see it. Regenerating cavalry versus cavalry with more HP. I am here for it. Sorakuma is from Taiwan. I believe TAG is Taiwan Action Group. Sora has been around for a while. I think I casted a few of his games, I want to say like 6 months ago when he took on the Viper. There was a really fun game, I think, where he took on the Viper as the Dravidians, and the Viper went Teutonic Knights, and he went Urumis with Woot Steel. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. 30-day ban for political reasons. I didn't know we had political reasons in Age of Empires. That's weird. Taiwan AoE gamer. Oh, I thought it was Taiwan action something. Okay, fair enough. That's interesting. I didn't know that we had that kind of... Not that I want to launch the chat into politics. That's one thing I absolutely hate doing in a live stream. I didn't know we had that kind of stuff going on. Oh, Atomic Sausage. Sorry, you're talking about him being banned from Douyu, from the streaming platform, not from competing in Age of Empires. A clan tournament, you have to use the civ closest to your nationality would be fun. What would the Canadians be in that example, Doc? Being banned, hating the Dravidians. Wasn't that also like a big thing in the AoE community with between the Viper and Hera roasting each other over the Dravidians? Banned from streaming, got it. Sorry, I thought you meant like banned from like just playing and from the servers and stuff. To my knowledge, tourney bans have only ever been due to cheating or similar. Yeah, I agree with that. The Brits, yeah, I guess. The French, if I was from Quebec. So this is another civ the Georgians, like the Turks, who have an incentive to keep their units, their scout units, alive as long as possible. We're in the feudal age, which means that they do regenerate 5 HP per minute. Not a lot, but does give you the ability to scout the map and then return home with a healthier unit, fresh off a bit of a sabbatical from military service. There we go. The 81 HP went up to 82. Any second now will go up to 83. Maybe not. 77 to 78. There it is. So Sorakuma bean shaping it right now. Mysterio also starting to fall off the edges. Does he not see that this... Does he think this goes to the edge of the map? It does not. Might want to wall that in. The Dravidian conversation is part of AoE politics. Yeah, I don't know if they like drummed it up for the clicks or whatever, but it was a funny little time in our community. Team Colonial. Yeah, Robsy, exactly. I think they were just like drumming up, which to be fair is fantastic. Drama always sells. Okay, we've got a bunch of scouts from 45 to 54 HP. On the other hand, we have bloodlineless scouts for our Georgian. Does not have the food to research. And I love, by the way, the capture age now shows the cost. Even less for me as a caster to remember. 150 food, 100 gold for bloodlines. 4 scouts to 8. I mean, Mr. Yo's army count is just skyrocketing right now. He's banking more food than his opponent, starting to go archer play, so that's going to save him food. Sorakuma very hesitant out on the map. Saw kind of where Mr. Yo is. It's just great banter. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think there's ever really that much drama in our community. There was some drama. I forget what tournament it was. Was it MEMS tournament or T90s tournament where one of the players... It was a whole thing on Twitter. I forget who it involved. But somebody was claiming that they sent somebody a message on Discord, one of the tournament organizers, and that ended up being that they like deleted the messages, or they edited the messages that they sent, and then they posted them on Twitter in an edited version. It was a whole bunch of nonsense. He's an unsubscribe from Spirit of the Law. Yeah, right, he will. Yeah, more banter is welcome here. Uh-oh. What's not welcome here is possibly another villager kill. 2 villager kills here for Sorakuma. Maybe a 3 if he chases into this. Nah, too healthy, too close to the TC. The same time he's getting pressed into here as well. Yeah, Doc, that guy, he didn't get banned for ranting about Trump and stuff. He got banned because he was a jerk. We told him no politics. Okay, bring the whole village, why don't you? We clearly told him, like, no politics, and then he just started being pardon my French, he started being a dick to people. And so I think he was the only person I've ever banned live. Oh no, Cat, that's a different thing. I remember what you're talking about. That's something else. So Mr. still trying to bust his way in here. He's got a few more resources than his opponent, but he is at double the army count. Oh, he's heading to cut him off. Yeah, I mean it like, I say that word in the sense of like being a jerk. I have never pardoned the French for what they did to the Anglophone side of the country. 6 archers, 4 spearmen, 2 scouts. Forget that. Make that 7 archers, 5 spearmen, 2 scouts. Our Frank does not want to deal with Manaspas, and can you freaking blame him? Who the hell in their right mind would want to deal with Manaspas? And so he is, oh, he's busted in. We are seeing a good feudal age battle here. Both players 55-60 population. Sorakuma's killed 4 villagers behind this, by the way. Georgians have really annoying scouts. You have to kill them quick. Oh my god, make that 5 villager kills. Bot loses a scout for it. Okay, this is when players try to rush in and bust their way into a base so much, and then when they finally do, they stop and start attacking infrastructure. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right move. That being said, Sorakuma is planning a real nice surprise right now. He did get bloodlines. He's got 14 scouts. 12 of them here. I really want to keep an eye because he's going to surprise Mr. Yo here. Mr. Yo, though, he's very close to going up to Castle Age. Just needs 250 more food. 20% HP mark gets hit. Or maybe not. Right before it, he evicts. 1 scout goes all the way to the right. 1 scout. 1 batch of scouts. Where are they going? Okay, I completely misread Sorakuma's intentions here. I thought he was just training more and more and more that he could surround and destroy this army. But how many spearmen does he have here now? 9 spearmen! Mysterio's going up to Castle Age. Sorakuma, nowhere close. He's getting wheelbarrow! Oh no! Reinforcements. Oh no, not reinforcements, villagers! Let's see it. What will happen first? Villager kill or spearman? Ouch. Ouch. Brandon, sorry to miss your message. Yes, I am streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you, Robsy. Scout battle engagement here. We were all British. Jeremy, pink, pink, pink. Not too sure what you mean by pink, pink, pink. She is a fantastic singer. Dan Scoresby, hello. Glad you could join us again. Okay. Sorakuma attacking on the other side of the map. He's going to discover right now that his opponent is in castle as he himself gets housed, getting a market, going to try to sell some of that stone. Oh, he's kind of screwed as Sorakuma. This is not good at all. Mysterio's going up to pikeman, crossbow, bodkin. But did his army overstay its welcome? There are 19 scouts. He deletes his own stable for the surround. Let's see it. If he can get rid of this army. What a beautiful strike by Sorakuma right before they became pikemen. Right before they became pikemen. I think their attack bonus goes from 15 to 22. What a perfect time to strike. And now he's going to gut this crossbow force. I mean, beautiful move there out of Sorakuma. The question is he too far behind? 969 food. Sold a bit of it. Now he's going up to castle. And to be fair, Mysterio sacrificed a lot of economy to pump out an army that huge. What an absolute boss hold out of our Georgian. But is it too little too late? Tony, what the hell's a kilometer? That reminds me of my favorite scene from Super Troopers where Farva goes to that burger joint and he goes, I'll have a liter of cola. And the attendant goes, what the hell is a liter of cola? A 2.2 pound meter, yeah. Oh, sorry, did you say kilometer or kilogram? No, you said kilometer. Oh, Jeremy, you were trying to make the sound of the pike, the tinkle tinkle sound. By the way, our Frank is going cavalry archer. Okay. I mean, I guess a serviceable unit in Castle Age. Not really beyond that, I can't imagine. More and more are coming out. Actually, this quantity is starting to get a little dangerous. But our Georgian is seconds away from Castle Age. Does not have the stone for a castle, so Manaspas are not a thing yet. I love Super Trooper and I love Broken Lizard, which is the group of comedians that I love all the, I should say all, most of their movies. What's the name of that drinking one? What is this villager doing walking? There was one where they were entered into a beer game or whatever it's called. 1 mile is 1.7 kilometers, I believe. Oh my god, Doc, the Meow game. Fantastic movie. P-Mel or Beer Fest. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for chatting for the first time, reminding me about nonsense. Oh, it's 1.6? Why do I think 1.7? Because I'm wrong. And all of a sudden, our Georgian, who had a very powerful economic lead, the lead evaporates as Mysterio adds a third town center. That being said, Mr. Yo, who had an insane military lead, that lead now evaporates as well. So the Age of Empires seesaw has rebalanced. One has improved his economy, one has improved his military. Mr. Yo, though, not giving up. Might want to get your butt into the fortified church here, fire a few arrows at that crossbow. And he is shooing away these cav archers, which do have 60 HP compared to the usual 50. Catherine, your message, Miles are stupid anyway, for some reason was required me to approve it. Why did it require me to approve it? Miles are stupid. You find the other way much easier to calculate? Yikes. That is not easier for me at all. Freedom humans. Catherine, it's blocking your message again. I wonder if it's the word stupid. Yeah, Jeremy, it's a very interesting choice going Cav Archer. I don't get it. I mean, and like I said, in Castle Age, a perfectly serviceable unit with 60 HP compared to, I think, the usual 50. But aside from that, take a look at their upgrades. They're missing the last armor and attack upgrades. So in Imperial, if we get to see Imperial, I don't know that this unit's going to have that much longevity to it. Most civs have 60 HP cavalry and castle age. Wouldn't it go up to 70 with bloodlines? I just mean for the Franks. It's because they're missing bloodlines, at least they get 10 extra HP. Yeah, Catherine, I don't know why. Or Cat, I don't know why it banned the word stupid, but I approve the message. Yeah, DeGhoul, you can see it because I approved it. Celsius is a far superior just for the fact that water freezes at 0. I mean, that just, to me, makes it the superior metric system. Metric in the sense of like counting and classifying things. Yeah, Tony, that's funny. Vegas reached 108, and I'm thinking like, why? Are people's skin melting off their face? Okay, there is not only 1, 2, 3 layers of wall off here. Oh, no, there isn't. Welcome to Age of Empires. What the hell was that? What the actual hell was that? Oh my god, this game. Town center full of villagers. They've been practicing their bow and arrow. True, the 100 Celsius means water. Yeah, like I'm saying, Celsius is just easier. Although we all know at what temperature Fahrenheit books burn, thanks to who wrote Fahrenheit 451? Bradbury? And yeah, you're right. Canada used to have a bunch of different metrics, and then we changed it. But he's got the stone for a castle. He is the Franks. They are 15% cheaper in Castle Age. So where is he going to place it? At the same time, the Georgian still running around. Can we replay that hole in the wall? Jai Kumar, remind me to do that after the game. What was it, like the 35-minute mark? It was Ray Bradbury, right? I loved that book when I was growing up. I loved all those dystopian books. I loved, obviously, 1984. What was Huxley's book name? Oh, my goodness. My brain. What was the Aldous Huxley book? The one where everyone's on drugs. Oh, my God. Brave New World. Thank you, Solo. Thank you. He is catching out groups of these cav archers, which, to be fair, do not have any base armor whatsoever. And our Georgian, down 15 army count, down 13 civilian population, with a castle in his face, is finally starting to add the Manaspas. A Clockwork Orange. Also a weird one. So what's this game gonna look like if the Manaspas, because remember the Manaspas are one of the few cavalry, medium heavy cavalry units that can actually catch up to a cav archer. They move at the same speed. Knights do not. Light cav obviously move faster, but I guess he's going up to 15 light cav. Might want to get iron casting if he's serious about the cavalry play here. Yeah, minus 10 degrees Celsius isn't terrible. Call me when it reaches minus 35. Jeremy, your dad was yelling Brave New World in the background. Nice. I loved all of those dystopian books growing up. One thing that I always found funny is the Westerners who wrote the dystopian novels. It was always futuristic, whereas the Russian authors always wrote it contemporary style, like Solzhenitsyn with the what is it, One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich and the Gulag Archipelago. For them it was like a reality. For the Brits and the Americans it was all like, oh yeah, no, this will happen in 50 years. For the Russians it was like, no, it's it's happening to us now. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all political. I don't think that's political. Literary, let's say. Our Georgian is expanding. He is down 22 villagers. Still down 17 army count. Yeah, minus 35 is a hard day to go outside. That's one of those days where you can see your breath even before you breathe it out. It just, your lungs feel not great. Manaspa's how many? 11. That should add a +1 attack. He was listening, trying to... That's funny. Edelweiss. Nice to catch you. Well, I don't want to like steer the channel into a non-Age of Empires related direction, as Mr. Yo counted 10 seconds away from Imperial Age. And what's he gonna do in Imperial Age against the Manaspas? There's 20 of them out. He needs 9 more for the maxed out attack. He still, by the way, doesn't have iron casting. Castles are still firing against one another. Not too sure anyone here is on the high ground. The Frankish castle does have more HP. Oh god, this is not how you want to throw away units. Kill counts identical. Villager kill counts identical. Sorakuma, though, he's down 30 population. Minus 30 in Alberta is February. Yeah, same here. January, December to February, I would say. So I guess the Imperial into somewhat but not really quick GG is what we saw here. What's he gonna do against the Trebs? Absolutely nothing. Canada's the cold version of Australia. The Georgians could go into Cav Archers themselves, yeah. And they would also regenerate HP as a mounted unit. But wow. I mean, the bottom line here is that Sorakuma had the food, but not the gold to go up to Imperial, and Mr. Yo just... I'm not going to say beat him to it. It's a 45-minute game. He did get there earlier, but not, you know, not exactly a fast Imperial here. But holy moly, what a game this was. Maybe I'll cast this for a regular video. The aggression out of Mr. Yo in the early stages, just absolutely epic here. And then what the hell happened here? Jai Kumar. Yes, we are going to be replaying it. When was it? Like the 36... was he going up to Imp? No, he wasn't. Or maybe... Sorry, my apologies. Maybe he clicked it? Doesn't look like he was going into Imp. No. He just has 720 food tied up in the light cavalry production out of how many stables, by the way? Are you freaking kidding me? This is a big contributing factor as to why Sorakuma just couldn't keep up militarily. Mr. Yo, 3 archery ranges, 5 barracks, 2 stables, 2 siege workshops, rather. Sorakuma, 2 stables. And he's training 9 units out of here. I mean, look at the production queue. Is it any wonder he fell behind militarily? Yikes. The defense against the, atomic sausage, that is definitely going to be a short. That was an absolute epic defense out of him. But let's see. Canada has the same fouls as Banana. I swear some of you are high out of your minds watching this. And to you I say, yes, Canada has the same vowels as banana. All right, let's see it. Because to the naked eye, this is pretty walled in, right? You got some palisades behind here. And then, oh wait, no, it isn't walled in. It's just a big old opening between the houses. Ooh, cat, you're under the influence. Nice. This is very sour. I mean, what the hell do you do here? You spend the entire game thinking that you're safe from a flank attack, and then all of a sudden, in come a bunch of Georgian units ready to take you down. Let's take a look at the economies at the end of the day. Let's take a look at all the stats. Yeah, Sorakuma had the food, but not the gold. Honestly, maybe he could have sold some of his food. But then I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you go full Manaspa play, then you're kind of losing out to the Trebs. If you go Imperial, takes time. Yeah, he fell way too far behind. PKPM Mystery O. Oh, look at that. 22 minutes in. Halbs, Cav Archers. Now, this is not exactly your typical Frankish build. And I'm glad that we got to see him win with it. Because if he had lost, then everyone would be saying he should have done this, he should have done that. But winning with this weird wonky build, to be fair, these crossbows and halbs were pikemen and archers for the longest time. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, about 7,000 extra reserves, so 20% bigger economy. Mystery, of course, managing to get the relics. 2 conversions, 25 raisings to 1. Maybe that's why he didn't have any stables left. To be fair, Sorakuma did delete his own stables at one point, just so he could get that surround, but that surround was frickin' epic. Tony, there was a teleport glitch? Really? Ugh, I thought they fixed all this shit. All right. Moving on to another game. All right, it's been a while since we saw him play against Hera. So let me load up a Hera game. Maybe go Persian longswords if he's that good. Maybe he can go Dravidian cavalry if he's that good. If he's really that good, if he wants to prove himself in the eyes of the Age of Empires community. You're messing up your dip nails. What are dip nails? Oh my god, both Rovsi and Edelweiss have won games with Persian longswords? Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. What, that's almost like Cast of Empires level timing. Doc, what's the Persian sword? They're like Teutonic scout units. They don't get any better than that. They're just kind of stuck in arrested development mode. Solo, what I don't know what you're referencing. Oh, what, the dip nails? I don't know what that is. Regular polish gel acrylics. Oh, got it. Okay. Yo could win with Spanish archers. Chinese scare the crap out of you in 1v1 or 4v4. Actually, yeah, let's see. The one thing I'm always curious about with the Chinese in the hands of pro players is TC idle time. I think the best we've ever seen is 26 seconds, and Hera's already at 28. Oh my god, look at this base. Monsieur's playing as the Tatars. Berries off to the side. Gold and stone primary to the rear. Not bad. Extra gold. Very much exposed in the... what appears to be the attack path, which has a few forests in it, neutral and otherwise. And where is his additional stone? Oh, goodness. It's all right over here. All right. Forests providing absolutely no coverage. Although he does have 2 in the back, which could be good. Our Chinese also has 2 in the back, which is very good for them as well. Primary gold to the bottom, primary stone to the top, extra golden stone also in the forward position, and third gold to the rear. What absolute atrocious base spawns. This is, I can see why the players prefer to play on Runestone versus Arabia if it's the exact same map with only 2 small differences. And one of the differences is those frickin' wood lines. You've seen the Viper do 24 seconds. Do you remember what map it was? Hera's gonna use Yo's Motherland to beat him. Yeah, Lee, you're in our Discord, right? All right. He is still not up to feudal, so technically can potentially still have more idle time, although I don't really expect it out of Hera. You think it was Arabia? I'm very curious. I wonder what the lowest idle time is ever recorded. It should be in like a not the National Geographic. What's that one? The Guinness Book of World Records. You can tell I'm starting to get tired. And it's only been 2.5 hours. Once I start kind of forgetting the names of the Guinness Book of World Records. Are there any other builds that the Chinese can go for other than Chu canoes? Oh yeah, the Chinese have a very versatile tech tree. And on top of that, they get their technologies get discounted, so they can pivot from one branch of the military to the other. I mean, look at their blacksmith line alone. All 15 upgrades available. Although I believe they don't get supplies, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, though. King of the Desert 5 had 20-second idle time, but didn't Mem's tournament start with 9 villagers instead of the usual 3, if I'm again not mistaken? They don't get supplies. Okay, good. On just like a basic Arabia map, I wonder what I should have qualified it. Teutonic Scouts, Persian Longswordsmen get full imp upgrades. They move more viably. They're more viable than many two-handed swordsmen. Interesting. Jai Kumar, what are the brown dots? Yeah, they're cliffs. Big old elevations. Unless you mean the little tiny brown dots, which are lions. Looks like both players have lost their scouts mere seconds ago. Yeah, the Chinese are like the, what did I say last time? The, what's the expression? Jack of all trade, master of none. Unless you go... I mean, rocketry is a pretty badass upgrade. Camels are decent. That's where Edelweiss and I became comrades. I think I said that the Chinese cavalry line was not good and was educated otherwise. Cat, it's okay. Where the hell are you going, Spear? I mean, I guess you have a good line of sight on the Spearman unit. But he finally does get got by the TC. What the hell was Hera doing with that one Spearman outside the town center border here? Which, by the way, Hera's created a massive wall off. By the way, based on the fact that I'm starting to forget names of books and stuff, I think this might be the last game of the evening. We'll see how long it goes. Chinese cavalry line is the Malians without Farimba bonus. Those cliffs and lions should be on the attack path. Fair enough. Oh my god, it's not walled in again! What is happening? And there's no palisade wall there at all, which means Hera... Okay, now he's gonna realize it's not walled in. Okay, there it is. There's that palisade wall. Or maybe that was all on purpose. Maybe that was all by design. To trap in a pair of Tatar scouts. Cat, there was one time when I was also similarly inebriated, and I couldn't find, what was I looking for? I think God, I can't remember what I was looking for. I'm so tired. I'm trying to remember. I think a USB stick, and I looked for it again for an hour. I looked for it under my desk, on my desk. I woke up fine, normal. And it was like right there underneath my keyboard. I had placed my keyboard on top of it. And after an hour of looking, I couldn't find it. So maybe I'll find it tomorrow. Tony, thank you so much for the super chat. The Australian super chat. Thanks for your passion with your casts. Been watching from the early days and you've always had the same commitment regardless of numbers. Here's the 10k subs inbound. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate that so much, and yeah, I'm very much looking forward to 10k subs. You're all gonna get to see the man behind the curtain. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tony. And yeah, you've been here for a while. Probably too, because you've lifted the mattresses. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate it. Once we hit 10k, hopefully bigger and better and more. As you can tell, I like the I mean, I say this every stream, the community is just so much fun. So many like-minded people. And it's just, it's been super fun casting. I just need to get used to live streaming. Because generally, the comments are afterwards. People comment that I am not focusing on the game at all. The scene from I was thinking more, not V for Vendetta, but more like the Wizard of Oz, except instead of a wizard with very strong powers and like crazy backstory, it's just like a normal person with no powers and no backstory. Solo, don't sprain your arm patting yourself on the back there. But I'm ching. Cat, it was right in front of you. That's what I'm telling you. That happened. The exact same thing happened to me in the USB stick. I just literally lifted my keyboard because I was typing in something in, I guess I was searching something on Google, and the keyboard was a little wonky. So I was like, why is it wonky? I lifted it up, and there it was, the USB stick. I like the off-topic chat too, but I guess if you're not watching it live. By the way, I thought these were... I guess you can walk between them? Weird. Some of the animations, the graphics in this game are a little fun. The power to have a good channel, family, and job is just good. Yeah. And that's why, like, I'm really... the fact that I couldn't remember Brave New World and Guinness Book of World Records is telling me that I might need to go and have a bit of a rest. Oh, no. Now there's a palisade here. How has he still not killed this one scout? The tar going skirmishers. If I'm not mistaken, no real any benefit to skirmishers. Oh, he sees that the exit. That's amazing scouting by Mr. Yo. He saw that Hera left the base, realized that he could only do that if he deleted his own structure, and now he's trying to exit here as well, and he's gonna exit. I mean, come on, that is just fantastic out of him. All of that to save a 9 HP scout. If you want anyone in the foxhole with you, this is proof that you want Mr. Yo right in there with you. All of that effort, all of that micro and energy just to save a 9 HP scout. This archer, of course, having 0 kills. Town center to the back, town center to the front. Same thing for our Tatar, who, by the way, saw everything in Hera's base and knew to go elite skirmisher. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. It's a balance that you have to find. I guess everyone does it differently, right? When I was starting out, there used to be comments like, oh, T90 does this, and Memb does this, and Dave does that. And I mean, as much as I would love to respond and be like, well, then go watch them. if you think I should be exactly the same as everyone else, then this isn't really the channel for you. Everyone brings something a little different. I'm glad my nonsensical stories are mangonel, and the fact that I distract myself very much are entertaining to people. Yeah, Tony, literally, my kingdom for a horse, and that horse is still alive with that 9 HP, and now he's on relic duty. Relic hunting, relic locating duty. He's seen only 2 relics Mr. O has seen. Interesting. That's sour. It's literally right here, and he hasn't seen it. That's a little bit sour. Okay, now Skirmisher is a little bit different than a feudal age archer. Looks like he got killed by the crossbows. Yeah, exactly. Imagine unsubbing to a caster because he doesn't do the corners review. What's the corners review? You only watch other channels because there's nothing else. What is the corners review? Now I'm interested. If that's something I should be doing. Jeremy, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad. I always didn't really know what to do with the Civ intros. Should I put just an infographic on the whole side of the screen? Should I say it? I just like talking. I like hearing the sound of my own voice. Who's kidding who? So I figured I might as well just try to create little stories for them. Dave reviews corners to see if they are good or not. I'm so confused. What could potentially be good or bad about a corner? What's the point of analyzing this? Like to sneak a Khmer farm into there? And I'm not asking to like to be rude or something. I'm just like genuinely curious. I don't get it. Clearly. It's a detailed combination of vibe and aesthetic. All right. Well, there you go. Oh, it helps him pass the time through Dark Age. Analytically almost impossible to match. Interesting. Got it. Eric Bomb, nice to catch you live again. Got it, got it. I never understood the hate for Dark Age. I'm with Hera in that it's the most relaxing part of the game. You set up everything. Ooh. Just a couple of monks out on the town. Looks like Monsieur's already gotten 3 relics. Will he see this one? Oh my god, again. Look how sour that is. Literally on the verge of his vision in an adorable little heart shape. Nonetheless, look at that. If it was Valentine's Day, that would be very, very special, but it is not. And in fact, we have a big fat Tatar castle breathing down the Chinese neck here. It's like trying to analyze art. Rovsy, that reminds me of the scene from Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they try to convince an art critic that Charlie's drawings are quote-unquote art. And then Danny DeVito dresses up as an art critic and says he loves a air conditioning unit. Oh, what a missed opportunity there for Hera. Ouch. Does lose a villager. Edelweiss. I like the chill and friendly atmosphere here, even when we get off track sometimes. Just look at most of the important incidents. Yeah, I try. And if not, we'll just rewind and go back. Rovsy, meanwhile, furiously trying to make a house, lure a boar, push a deer. Yeah, I guess it's relaxing for someone like Hera, who has 300 APM. And here we go, our Chinese Bracer and Arbalester on the way. So we are going foot archers against a mishmash of Cav Archer. Ooh, Keshiks. Interesting. See how well they do against Arbalesters. Solo is your highest, most intense time. Yeah, no matter what, exactly. Jeremy, I wish I could take credit for those abbreviations, but no. Unfortunately, I am just a thief who stole it from other smarter people. Okay. So Mr. Yo is abandoning ship? What? Or maybe not. Maybe he's just moving villagers to help build the... Kind of feels like he's abandoning ship here, no? He built a castle. He's got 4 Keshiks inside. He can still be taking this stone. Nothing really here breathing down his neck except for 1 mangonel. Chinese army is out of the settlement, but in the center of the map. I wonder what he'll do with the villagers now. Will he go after the gold? No, he's going after the stone. Why is he going after that stone? You have this one. I don't understand why Mr. Yo pushed his villagers back so far. Aside from, yeah, helping to build the castle. Farming simulator, SimCity. Yeah, exactly. Although again, it does help to have Hera's 300 APM. Yeah, Smush has been a thing for a while. Brandon Boyd, do you think it's to secure the gold? It is the best name strat. I love the adorableness of a Smush. Yeah, I appreciate that, Jeremy. For now, Hera is just walking in here. His Arbalesters have little to no armor, and he's just kind of walking in here, losing them left, right, and center. That is a sour, sour loss for actually a couple of villagers and a few skirmishers. 19 kills on them. But again, why is he taking this stone and not thiefing Hera's? You know what? I guess it's just the presence of the Arbalesters, because they can shell away at the villagers. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Now it makes a bit more sense. Defensive castle to the south to stop any kind of run-bys. Ooh, beautiful King of the Hill castle here in the southwest. But the Arbalesters are still kind of just walking around, but Keshiks fully armored are en route. They are elite. No attack upgrades whatsoever. 43 seconds away from forging. Oh, delete the... Oh, no, never mind. I thought Hera would back up right into the palisade, but remember, every time they tinkle away at a unit, the gold count goes up. It's not like chieftains for the Vikings where you actually have to kill a villager, a monk, a trade unit. Every time they attack, they generate gold. Forget what the exact stat is. It's not a lot of gold, but it is very helpful in the later stages of a game. All of the Arbalesters are dead. Our Chinese player is doing what? Replacing it with halberdiers, rams, He still has 20 halbs. He's building quite a little army here of capped rams. I'm assuming the halbs are going to go into the rams. But again, little does he know that Mysterio has basically just abandoned this position. Ooh, Jeremy, welcome back and good luck. Edera 1976 on Twitch. Hello and welcome. Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. Losing a villager to a boar. How many Keshiks? We're going up to 35 Keshiks. Chinese halbs are out. Okay. Oh, my apologies. Don't know why I did that. Does get a converted Arbalester, does our Tatar. Marco, we are still here, yes. We are here just in time to see this push. High ground for our Tatar. Remember, they do 50% more damage from the high ground. Oh, why did you have to engage behind a castle? Don't you know people want to see this? Keshik's absolutely running amok here. Castle probably getting a bunch of halb kills, and that was a disastrous push by Hera. Rams are now siege. Hera's getting blast furnace at the same time that he has 11 halberdiers. Oh, that was disgusting. 51 kills on the Keshiks. But now in small clumps, they are going to get surrounded, and yeah, not surprised. Not surprised at all. Wow. Did Hera forget that the Tatars on the high ground deal 50% more damage? Yikes. That was a lot more one-sided than I thought it was going to be. That was a lot more one-sided. Holy shit. Flaming camels come into play when you're going up against usually a cavalry civilization, because their attack bonuses are all camel, cavalry, elephant. Wow. What a nice final battle there. Yeah, that hill, the 50% damage. It's hard because they engage. I kind of wish the castle wasn't here so we could have seen. But if the castle wasn't here, the ram push wouldn't have happened. But it kind of sucks that the first part of that entire battle took place behind the castle. Like, that kind of really sucks that we don't get to see exactly what's going on here. Although it does kind of look like the Tatar is still on the high ground. Right? And they are body blocking the rams. Half the rams aren't even engaging into the castle, which is taking little damage from these rams from the high ground. Yikes. Yeah, the conversions were real clutch. I'm glad he went after the halberdiers and not the arbalesters. Pikemen, crossbows, and rams against Keshiks, skirmishers, and spearmen. PKPM? Okay, you nodded right at the beginning of the game. Interesting. Resources collected. Without the relics, about 10% apart. Now a little bit less than 10% apart. 7 conversions. A lot of them in that last battle. 8 raisings to 1. So, Mr. Yo. You know what? Let's do one more. Let's do one more game. Let's do a Viper game. One sec. Let me load up the next and last game of the evening. Bear with me. Just have to change the players' names. All right. The Viper. Speaking of market abuse, playing as the Saracens, taking on Mysterio, playing as the Koreans. Okay. Oh, Milan, I haven't not been keeping score. I think it's pretty much even. Number of games won, number of games lost, I would say. Hotkeys, control groups, build orders. All incredibly important. The games I choose to cast, have I seen them before casting? Absolutely not. There was one game that I once saw before casting, but I pointed it out in the video, but 99.9999999% of the games that I cast, I have no clue what the hell is going to happen. Market abuse versus skirm abuse versus all archer abuse. Who's getting who? So let's take a look at the maps. Map, singular. Ooh, a bit of a bigger map in this case. Kind of feels like a much bigger map. Attack path full of stuff. Trees and zebras and stone. A relic again in the center of the map. Okay. Thought we were on Arabia. Viper's base to the north is open. Stone and gold. Oh my goodness, look at this. 4 of his 5 resources are here exposed to the north. Oh my goodness, that is very bad for the Viper. That is really bad for the Saracen. Gold? Okay, not on the attack path, but still not safe. To the rear, he's got 1 small forest. On the other hand, Mr. Yo does have a patch of gold and stone to the back position, stone and gold in the forward, and then extra gold off to the side as well. But this is just, I mean, the Viper is just not getting lucky at all in these spawns. The last game, his base was basically in the middle of nowhere. Now it's Mr. Yo's base. That's the southern portions in the middle of nowhere. The Viper's northern portions in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so I would say they're both kind of equally disadvantaged in terms of walling off, but I don't know. The Viper's resources make it very easy for Mr. Yo to attack into this location. And if he does, the Viper's got nothing. This is the next closest gold and stone here. Ugh. Gross. The Ghoul, they're very far apart, right? This isn't what we've been watching so far. This is a very much longer rush distance. The Viper, is he pushing the zebra or is he trying to find Mr. Yo? No, he's pushing the zebra. Looking at the map players and the players, you've seen this movie before. Oh my god. Well, let's see. This time he's the Saracens, which can, with their 5% commodity trading fee, absolutely rush their way up to Castle Age. Although, to be fair, Mr. Yo, if he discovers that 1, 2, 3, 4 of the resources are all here, I don't know. This is a very dangerous map for the Viper. Exposed resources aren't a problem for aggressive all-type-in players. Generally not. If you're the one putting on the pressure, then your base is usually safe. But when you see your opponent's resources are all clumped, I guess Monsieur doesn't see anything just yet. But if you see that your opponent's resources are kind of all clumped in the same area, you might want to attack through that area. Oh? Oh?
Yeah?
Korean tower push? Remember, their towers upgrade automatically, so if they can keep them alive and around, it is a potentially very powerful strategy here. Radu! How are you? No tower push just yet, just the barracks. Glad you could join us. What is it, like 5 in the morning for you? Catherine, is there a way to post a link to a category inside a Discord group? I thought I could only link the Discord group itself, which is why I put that link. I don't know that how to put a link to a specific category inside the Discord group. I tried to Google it, but I couldn't find anything. Lee, you're motivated to play? Nice. Okay, so it's not a tower push. It is a cheaper wood costing. What? Welcome to the Viper. He just trapped himself. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is amazing. He just trapped himself 4 villagers. Okay, never mind. He deletes his own wall. We are in Rage Forest mode right now. Villager on villager violence. Viper's got 9 villagers to 3. Epic. I mean, some of these games are starting off on such a good foot here. Both players have killed 3 villagers apiece. Villager versus villager fight. The Viper came out a little bit on top there. Now he's laming the barracks. We saw when you lame an archery range that units can in fact spawn in his courtyard. And he is training a spearman. But yeah, his spearman's going to pop out before the wall off is complete, maybe? No. How the hell did he spawn here? What the hell is going on? What the hell? How did that spearman in the corner there? Cat, I appreciate that. I tried to look it up, which is why I put the link to the general Discord, but Rage Desert. That's funny no matter what. By the way, this guy looks like he's derping out right now. Oh, which direction? Which camera am I looking at? This camera? That camera? This camera? That one? This one? The never-ending 50% discounted wood. Not that not that Mysterio really needs a wood discount for his units right now. He's got 350 wood in the bank. But he is still villager hunting here. Oh, he's so close. He's so close. He got her. But 3 scouts. What's their HP? Oh, this one's basically dead. I'm surprised he came in with that super weak one. Okay, Mysterio should be okay here right up until this 4th scout showed up. And now he's not okay at all. I still don't know what the hell this is. How did that unit spawn there? No idea. Can you even use it to attack one of these palisade bits? Oh my god, the lion is joining in as well. And the Viper leaves the skirmisher to die at the hands and the paws of the lion. Amazing. Chased all the way to the DC. Oh, he deleted his own barracks. Okay. Okay, that's definitely, I guess, a way to save the spearman, right? All of a sudden, Mysterio's got 6 villager kills to 3, but the Viper's killed 18 units on the whole. He's only down 1 villager. He has survived the archery range rush, the Arsh. I think the slight hill the barracks was on is why the spearman spawned. Probably, right? Maybe the game is as confused as we are with the graphics and all the elevations. Is it walled? Is it not? The Saracens, the fact that their market is only 75 wood and it gives you a 4x4 wall off structure or a blocking structure. It is a ridiculously powerful thing. Okay, he's selling wood for gold. He's at 400 food, is the Viper. Running away from Mysterio's base. I mean, Mysterio's army count is still here. Not the strongest army count. We've seen what he could do to Sorakuma with this kind of army. But to be fair, it's 2.5 times smaller than the Frankish one we saw earlier. Oh, Catherine, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. I'll put that link then. Jaikumar, I'm also a little surprised that he deleted the barracks to save the spearmen. I mean, you had skirmishers here. Couldn't you use this army to delete one of the palisade segments? Why? I don't think he had to delete that barracks. But we'll see. Not the first time Mysterio does something crazy. We'll see if it works out to his benefit. A scrush. Yeah, Robsy, we need to come up with some fresh lingo for this game. Oh yeah, those skirmishers are ridiculously cheap. Remember, they cost 50% less wood. All of the Korean units, infantry, which when you're talking infantry wood count, this is the only one that costs wood. So they can pump out trash like nobody's business. He's back with the villagers. He's back with 3 villagers. No, neither player is walling off because they're way too busy microing here, Jeremy. Okay, he has saved the spearman. I'm going to keep my mouse on this spearman to see, after all of that effort, how long he lives. Because imagine he's the first one to die. That would just be epic and hilarious. Okay, where's the tower going to go? Because Mysterio's got 168 stone. And he's brought villagers this way. The Viper is shooing him away. Okay, no tower yet. Just fighting villagers. Our hero spearman has taken 4 HP of damage. More military. Looks like it's streaming across the map here. Spearman. Viper, no doubt, is trying to close in on these villagers in the center, but closing on the skirmishers. Okay, not bad. Actually, maybe bad. It looks like he did lose a unit here. There it is, finally. He has shooed the Viper's army away enough. Ooh, the Viper sold stone, bought food. We saw him do that already. Now he's walling off this part of the map. So, as good as the tower here laming the gold, has Mysterio... I'm going to have to unclick the hero spearman. Has Mysterio not seen this part of the map? Why is he attacking through here? I get he's laming this gold, but the bigger pressure, I think, is up here. Oh, come on, Mamelukes. Oh, the Viper's almost got it. Just 28 more. 28 more gold. Sell your 100 wood. He does. Saracens are today's Iran? Ooh, I don't think so. Viper should probably add his own skirmishers to deal with the spearman. He needs something to deal with the skirmishers. I think he's relying a bit too much on his wall off here. Brian, I got my textbook. Voy a practicar mi español. By the way, do I have something like a gamer tag? No, I don't. Yeah, Solo, I agree. I thought it was more like the northern Levant area, like that part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he did not get enough stone. 50 seconds away. How much stone are these guys carrying? Only 52. That's not even going to take them to 300. I thought we were going to get to see a castle with Mamelukes, but I guess I'm wrong. Mysterio, for his part, is firmly stuck in feudal age. The problem for the Viper is even though he's going to be in castle in 20 seconds, he's going to have to clear out 3 towers. And that's going to lame his economy because he doesn't have any army. Where even are these 8 scouts? Okay, there's 6 of them here. 2 of them are... Okay. The Viper is going on the offensive with some light cavalry. I remember all those like gamer tags, the XXX and the number 4 instead of A, like Stark has. Oh yeah, 140 HP camels in Castle Age are way too powerful. Okay, the Viper has surrounded the Korean base. Multi-pronged, is he gonna get in here? He gets in there. Oh, these are light cavalry now. You can't really... Okay, I guess with their HP being this shitty, you can fight them with villagers? Ouch, that's not great. That's not great at all. Okay, this is not bad. Spearman should still be able to deal with this. Ooh, just barely by the skin of his teeth. And now Saracen Knights. And much like the Persian longswords, I believe this is as good as it gets for the Saracens when it comes to their Nightline units. The Viper's attack, by the way, has been repelled. His army count has fallen to 2. It is this knight and a monk that is somewhere. Getting relics. The insert edgy name days. Yeah, exactly. Soup with a Z. Interesting. Okay. No murder holes means that these 4 villagers are basically dead. Unless the reinforcing column of spearmen arrives in time. Will it? Towers almost at the 20 HP, 20% HP mark. And the knights run away from the spearmen. That's incredible. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Viper is being so annoying. And look at this train of units. A knight with 6 HP, spearmen, a lion. I don't even know who the lion is chasing right now. Okay, 11 seconds away. Pardon me, from Castle Age is our Korean. And there we go. The Viper hit Castle Age a long time ahead. Did a little bit of damage on this side of the map. Total of 15 villager kills to 10. But like I said, he has to clear up this infrastructure because now the Korean tower upgrades to guard tower automatically. And he's getting Bodkin to increase its range and attack. He did get one of the 3 towers, which is good for the Viper, but has he done the critical damage on the other side of the map? Mysterio is behind economically, but I don't know, is he down that bad? Just 7 villagers. Gamer 69. Oh, the days of yore. Okay, I'm surprised the spearmen are not turning around. Okay, oh, my apologies, they were waiting for a choke point and the Viper obliges, takes a bunch of damage. Ooh, goodness gracious. These knights, oh, they take another. Even with bloodlines, even with 120 HP, you don't really want to take 15 bonus damage from any unit if you don't have to. Lee, that seems nice and cool and relaxed. Yeah, the Viper, very defensive castle. 2 fancy schmancy war wagons are being trained out of there. 2 more just added. Okay. I mean, there's no real safe spot between these 2 towers, right? The way Mysterio placed them, they've got each other's backs. Oh, that weakened Knight. And neither player can chase into the other here. Spearman, good amount of damage, but can't really chase into a TC. Knight can't really chase. Oh my god, Knight with 3 HP. Can't chase into 2 towers. And in come the wagons. The Viper still doesn't have enough for a castle. But with, has Mysterio seen this? He is not. I wonder if he should go camels here instead of knights. I mean, these guys do have cavalry armor. A camel would do 9 extra bonus damage. Mysterio slowly starting to even up the villager kill count. Now it's, oh, my, I thought it was 15-2. Never mind, he must have lost a few villagers. Oh, did he ever? Mangonel gets 2 villager kills with their attack rounds, but Mangonel will die as well, maybe? Ouch. He has avenged the villager death. Oh, never mind. Viper's castle is going up. Your weather just says sunny. It's clearly a lie. All cavalry are kind of the same. Okay, camels are out, but they're kind of just running past the war wagons. And now the castle is up. They got to get out of here, even with their good armor, even with their good HP. Get on out of here. To the south, we're back up to 3 towers. Mysterio has basically been idling these villages for the longest time. He's got 1 last villager left. Might as well build a barracks if he can. Shouldn't have deleted this barracks. Big mistake. Now you don't have melee to defend against the Rams. Infrastructure here no longer helpful. He's being pushed back, and we're going Mamelukes. I'm never gonna say no to Mamelukes. Don't you think it's a throw? It certainly seems like it's kind of stalled out here for Mysterio. Why place the yellow castle up top? I'm assuming he just had the villagers here. In near the wood line, the gold line, the farming. This is where he had a large clump of villagers that he could use to build it. And for all that they fire what looks like Age of Empires 1 ballista bolts, these are still just cavalry archers. Nothing particularly special about their bolts. They do a lot more damage than your average bolt, though. 9 base attack. Good amount of armor and HP, but this is still just a cavalry archer unit, which means it's going to absolutely suck at taking down these rams. And in fact, it's a lot slower than your average cavalry archer, so it might get converted too. Uh-oh. The mammies are out. Those towers, Brian, have been annoying the hell out of the Viper for the entire game. And now the Mamelukes are going to crush these. Mamelukes and camels are just going to demolish this. Yeah, this is a bye-bye army count. But Mysterio still has 12 army count to 10. But look at his villager count. This is what happens when you give the Viper an inch. He's got 92 villagers to 55. Look at how little damage they're doing to this Mameluke. Holy moly. Wow. Good amount of aggression out of Mysterio, who does survive, or doesn't survive, but he ends the game with 1 tower still up. Wow. Absolutely epic game out of both players. Mysterio with his aggression. Was it a mistake to delete the barracks? Should he have just left that spearman here? I don't know. He was certainly reinforcing with a lot of spearmen earlier on, and having a barracks right here could have cut down the movement time a lot. But kudos to the Viper. Forget Mr. Yo for a second. Kudos to the Viper for holding on against whatever the hell you want to call this barracks archery range blacksmith push. Then 3 towers, which have been here, still are here, by the way, 41 minutes in. And expanding. Has Mr. Yo even seen the rear expansion? No, he still hasn't seen it. Wow. Ending the game with 44 more villagers than your opponent. Tony, I appreciate that. And Cat, yeah, 1 last lemon bush. Let's take a look at the stats. He probably multi-queue, so he didn't have... Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Cavalry, Mamelukes, and Knights. Interesting that he had more Knights than Camels. I thought towards the end he... Oh, only 3 Camels. Okay. Why did I think there were more? Maybe you just... But yeah, maybe they just have a good amount of kills on them. Spearmen, come on. 16 war wagons is good. Look at the Viper's APM. Holy moly. Halfway through the game, hero level, and Mr. O's usual peak APM. Like I said, I'm very curious to see in any kind of live tournament or whatever, how he acts that his APM is always in the beginning of the game. Always in the beginning, almost always in the beginning of the game. The Viper with about 3,600 more resources. Of that, 1,000 is 5 relics he got. I mean, the Viper is just ridiculous. Amidst all the pressure, multi-pronged attacks to the rear of Mr. Yo's base, defending the never-ending push of units, he somehow manages to get all 5 relics, get his economy up and running, and militarily 2 conversions, 5 raisings to 2, but the kill count about 100 to 64. Villager kills about the same, 26 to 23. So Mr. Yo just didn't do the critical damage that he needed to. This is just ridiculous out of the Viper. This hold. This was an epic game out of him. Yeah, the relic snatching is something else. Top 40 in the world. The Viper? I would say... top 10 in terms of speed? But maybe maybe there's some who are faster, but wow. I mean, in this particular game, this is like ridiculous APM, 249. Wow. It must be muscle memory. Like I said, ACCM has a YouTube channel where he went into, I forget which tournament it was, like 5 or 6 years ago, and he recorded the players playing, and you can see how they click and shift between screens. Hera is insane. Like, he doesn't stay on one screen for longer than like 2 seconds. He's always bouncing around, looking here, looking there. And I'm curious to see Mr. Yo's, how he plays, because his peak APM 9 times out of 10 is always right at the beginning of the game. Top 20,000. And anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining. All the new followers on Twitch, all the new channel members on YouTube with the cool green names and the pizza slices next to your name, the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of it. Everyone have a fantastic evening. I'm glad we got to see a bunch of Mr. Yo games. Tomorrow I'll be streaming if I can get my hands on the recordings, the Empire Wars Red Bull Wololo Last Chance qualifier games that are now in the round of 8, I believe. And they're going to be playing live in the afternoon. And then a few hours later, I'll be live streaming them as well. But now I'm got to go pass out. And Kat, thank you so much for sending me the link. I'll take a look at it. Probably get to it tomorrow because I'm about to fall asleep. But everyone, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for chatting. And if you're lurking, if you're not lurking, solo, usually the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Rofsy, thanks so much for joining as well. And everyone, Lee, Doc, Brian, Marco, Kat, too many of you to name. Everyone, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic